Guys, welcome to a new episode where we're going to be understanding women in 2026. Live in the studio with me is Stoner himself, the host of the No Filter podcast. Mr. Stoner, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome, brother. So, Mr. Stoner,
Yes.
if what's one thing guys don't understand about women today?
The one thing guys don't understand about women today is that women are insatiable.
Insatiable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They keep wanting, even when you give them the world, they keep somehow they might go out of planet Earth into some metaverse to look for something
Okay.
that is not on Earth. Then they will come back on Earth and say, "Oh, can you give me this?"
Okay.
Even if the very men who are giving you those things don't even have them themselves, right? So one thing we need to know is that women are insatiable, and we just have to deal with them like that. We just have to tolerate it. I mean, I don't want to be overly religious, but you can trace that to the Bible. It was still so back in the Bible.
Are you saying no woman was satisfied in the Bible?
We can start from the first woman in the Bible. So she had all other trees to eat from, but that one she was instructed not to eat from, and she did. So that tells you that it's really nothing you can do to hold them down. If they decide to do something, they are just not going to do it.
So apart from that, what else? So if that's a fact, because women,
That's just one component. That's
just
one. I'm just saying.
Just
So
one.
from what I know,
Alright.
I just had to chime that in. But basically, from what I know, is that women are naturally insatiable. They just keep wanting more and more. There's just this. I'm still not satisfied part of them, that even when you think you've given your all and you think that this person should be okay with the best that I've given them, somehow they still want more. And this is a reality that a lot of men don't understand. And so you see a lot of men trying to go out of their way to satisfy a woman. They outperform themselves trying to satisfy a woman, not knowing that you can't satisfy her. You can just do your best for her. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then, what's different between women in the past and the women today? Because I believe that our forefathers should have told us this.
Without having to, I would think it's too early for me to teach this out, but I will. I'm known to be unfiltered anyway. So
No filter.
the thing is this: I believe, this is my perspective, and people don't have to agree, but I believe that women back in the day were smarter than women we have today.
Smarter.
Even with modern day technology.
Even without education.
Yes, and even with modern day technology, women back in the day were smarter because those women understood roles. They prioritized family. They prioritized their functions and duties, right, as women. And it didn't even limit them from still doing what they wanted to do. They were still going out there to work and becoming what they wanted to become. Women in this day and age, a lot of them, for the most part, don't know what to prioritize, right? So they don't have the priority list. It's almost like the last thing they are doing it first, and the first thing they are doing it last. For one good example is, if you look at this modern era, women are having less kids. They think having kids is not important, but it's actually at the very core of it. Is actually the primary edit and essence of humanity, of evolution. Because without having kids, are we going to have any evolution? Will humanity exist? Are we going to continue human existence? We won't. But women prioritize that last and prioritize career first. So I like to ask this question. Let's say career is the most important thing to an average modern woman, which it is. On your deathbed, right, the last hours, when it all quiets down, would you be thinking about, let's say you're a lawyer, you wasted all your time pursuing career as a lawyer, right? And then you didn't have time to have kids. Would you be thinking about, on your deathbed, that case you won in 19-something, or the argument you had in a law court, back in the day? No. All that will matter to you at that point is, I wish I had kids around me.
Okay.
I wish I had family around me.
Yeah.
Those will be the moment you understand what's more important, but it will be too late then. So we like to say women need to understand what's more important.
So speaking of too late, I've noticed this trend of women who are like expired, who missed the life they could have had
Right.
if they had family. They turn around and try to make women live that same path that they themselves regret.
Yeah.
Am I the one tripping, or is that the case?
Yeah, I mean that's the case sometimes. Yeah. So older women see other younger women as competition. The difference is older men see younger men as a better version of them. Right. So when the older woman sees a younger woman that is doing things that she couldn't do in her time, she's jealous, she's not happy, and then instead of taking it out on the younger women, they want to play a card by taking it out on the men. They try to manipulate the younger women to make them feel like the men are your oppressors.
Okay.
But in reality, you live the fucked up life. You couldn't fulfill anything. But here you are, you see a young girl that is doing the thing you couldn't do your entire life, and you're not happy about it. One good example is older women are not happy that younger women are taking the high quality men away from them. So you live your life, get to 30, 35 and above, you can't secure a high value man. Then this 25-year-old girl, 22-year-old girl has the opportunity to secure this guy, and you're not happy about it. And then you try to make it look like these older men are looking for younger women that they will control or manipulate. But in reality, that's just them being jealous.
that reminds me, right? I'm like, I'm just saying that when the guy is 22, the ladies who are 22 don't want him.
Yeah.
But now he's 32.
Yeah.
And he's going for girls that are 22. All of a sudden, he's a predator.
Right.
Why was that 22-year-old woman not going for her mate in the first place?
So that's hypergamy.
Hypergamy.
Yeah, hypergamy is real. Women want men who are higher than them in terms of social status, intelligence, confidence, competence, and all that type of thing. They hardly date their equal. Very few times they do, but for the majority of the times, they like to go for people who are more competent, who are more exposed, who are more intelligent, richer, smarter than them, because that's where they get their shielding from, their guidance from. And women love that type of stability that men have to come in and bring.
So for the guys, right, knowing that hypergamy is real and there's nothing they can do about it,
right,
what advice would you give to the guys?
First, they need to know it's real. There's no excuse. Ignorance is not an excuse, right? It's just like saying a guy doesn't know that sometimes it rains. You got to know it rains sometimes. Okay. So you got to know that hypergamy is real. But the thing is, we as men, I don't think a lot of us have done a good job at explaining what hypergamy is and relating it to the modern day society to make men understand that what you are seeing and experiencing in today's day and age is hypergamy, right? Men need to come into alignment with the fact, they need to come to terms with the fact that hypergamy is real. And I don't have a problem with hypergamy. I actually think hypergamy is good. I don't want a woman to be with her equal or somebody who's below her. Resentment will kick in and all of that. I want a woman that has somebody who is above, right? That can give her that covering, spiritual provision, leadership, and guidance. I want that for women because that's what women were designed for.
So you don't buy into this idea of equality?
And equality doesn't exist. Even amongst us as men, we're not equal. No matter what I do today in life, I can never be on the level C Ronaldo is. And I'm okay with that, right? I'm okay with the fact that I have to work my ass off to get there. I'm fine. There are people who are up there, I'm not. But I have to work to get there, and I'm okay with it.
You see, this is the first time I'm hearing something like, there are guys above me.
Yeah.
And I will never get there. But you know where I am? I've come far already.
Exactly.
And I'm good.
And there are people who want to get to where I am already. So is that contentment?
So yeah, because most guys don't realize, most guys think, I need to be a billionaire to attract a lot of women.
That's the thing.
Because they think hypergamy is one. They think it's just money.
Yeah.
They think hypergamy is just money. They think hypergamy is, it's just have one thing, or all men are judged the same way.
Or like, just have money and be a public figure. That's what they think.
Yeah. Okay. So you know what? Okay. So before it went from the social media message, we started in the manosphere was just make money. After money, now you have the money. So, but she's still dumping you, right? You know what? Go to the gym.
Yeah.
You go to the gym too. She still dumps you. So it's like, if you had to advise a guy who wants to use hypergamy to his advantage to get the younger, fresh-looking women, Can you give me a blueprint?
So you need to be confident. So I like to say guys need to be CIAs. You need to be confident, intelligent, and assertive. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you're not a confident person, sometimes even no matter how much you have, there will still be a girl that will cheat on you and go for a guy that is confident but not as rich as you.
I mean, can one really stop cheating?
That's the topic for another day. That cheating of a thing is a broad spectrum. We're going to have to discuss it. But you need to be confident. You need to be competent. You need to show track record that you're a guy that makes good decisions in the past. That way, girl can trust you. They need to feel that level of, I can trust this person to make decisions even on my behalf. I can trust that when this person walks into the room, he's the life of the party, right?
Okay.
Women want to see that. Women love that in men. Right, so you need to become correct, you yourself. So I like to say, build yourself up first as a man, then have the option. You need to have leverage. You need to have leverage. If you don't have leverage, you can't take hypogamy. Hypogamy cannot be in your favor. Hypogamy will only be in your favor if you have leverage. Now you have options to pick one and leave the rest. It's not about having multiple women. It's about picking the best amongst the options that you have.
Yeah.
That's how you take hypogamy to your advantage.
But just a say came to my head. Oh, broke boys don't deserve women, right? Oh, broke boys, broke boys don't deserve women, don't deserve sex, right? If broke boys don't deserve sex, it means the rich ones, the guys who have the leverage, deserve all.
And it's always been so. So those guys, those top tier guys, are the ones that control almost 80 to 85% of the dating markets.
So the question now is, why pick one?
Why pick one?
Yeah.
Good question. Religion compresses a lot of guys to stay monogamous. Naturally, according to the way we are, biologically hardwired, a man would naturally want to have it all.
Mm-hmm.
But, for guys who are Christians, who share in the Christian faith, who follow Christian doctrine, they would naturally just pick the best and stay with that person because our religion, Christianity, teaches us to stay with one woman and give her the best, love her sacrificially like Christ loved the church.
So guys, for context, right? Brother has been married, Stunner here has been married for 10 years. So when he's speaking, one thing I like about this situation is most guys who are married, they tend to pander to the female narrative.
Yeah.
Oh, don't offend my wife, don't do this, don't do that. So he's married for 10 years, 3 kids. Like 3 kids. And then don't worry, trust me, the way he speaks, you can tell that he lives what he says. Because
of course.
You're talking to your wife when you got here now.
Yeah. I called her immediately. I got here.
And she knows, you see this profile. So where I'm going to is all of the guys that I see pandering to their wives, they are miserable in their marriage.
So there needs to be a balance. A lot of guys don't know how to create a balance in the home.
Mm-hmm.
It's something about women. Women will test you. Mm-hmm. If you fold under pressure, they will start to resent you. If you don't fold, if you stand your ground, and then they will start to respect you. Now, but standing your ground doesn't mean to be oppressive or subjugative towards them, right? Mm-hmm. Standing your ground means that you're setting boundaries, right? You're not insecure, but you're setting boundaries. I like to say insecurity is for boys that chase. Boundaries are for men who replace. The minute your woman knows she's replaceable, she will not mess up. The guys that you're referring to are guys that make their women feel that they are irreplaceable. And that's the biggest mistake you can ever make.
So now, we're talking about your wife, with respect.
Right.
When you say make her feel replaceable.
Not make her feel, but make her understand.
Okay, so, and that makes a lot of sense. And this is
you
where
don't have to make her feel like that.
Yeah.
But she needs to know that you're a man that has boundaries. Right. So the thing that boundaries do is boundaries helps you to discard things that you don't tolerate. I'll give you a relatable example. So let's say with my wife, I would say, the day you cheat on me, that relationship is over. That's boundaries.
Okay, then does that not make it easy for her to hide the cheating? Or make sure
you can hide it all you want. You just know that the day I know it's over. So it's either you want to risk this good thing you have going on in your life, or you want to just enjoy it, and you're going to have to pick one.
There's something that I think I'm getting here. It's the confidence of what you have built.
Yeah.
Like, do you want to stop enjoying this?
Yeah.
Or you want to step out?
Exactly.
But so many guys have not built anything to be able to make such a statement that, come, I have built this.
Yeah.
This is good. This is peaceful. But if you step, I respect that you have stepped and you should just be going like just
Yeah,
move.
yeah.
But most guys never really want to build anything.
Yeah, and that's the problem, and that's why they'll naturally fold into the woman's own worldview because they see themselves less than. They haven't built up anything. There's nothing to show for it.
No
To
substance.
say so. If you set boundaries and you tell her if you cheat, you will leave. What's she leaving? You don't really your one room or what? Do you get? I mean, no offense to the guys that the idea is not to make guys who haven't gotten there yet to feel like they don't deserve. They do. Everyone does, right? But I think that every man should have boundaries and some standards, irrespective, and make sure that you're keeping to your boundaries. If your boundaries shouldn't be foldable. Boundaries should not be flexible. What should be flexible are standards, but boundaries shouldn't be flexible.
Okay.
You get so set your boundaries. If you know that this is what you know will be healthy for your relationship, communicate it properly with your spouse. Let her know, such that if she does anything, any action that will alter that structure you have for that family, you know it's going to, it's going to destroy what you guys are building. So.
Okay. So if a guy today wants to have the best of women, what should he do?
First, try to understand the nature of women.
How does the guy understand the nature of women?
You can so many ways. You can study, talk to women a lot, ask a lot of questions, do a lot of digging about the nature of women. There's journals, there's webinars and all of that. People can read. People don't read. Do you understand? People don't read in Africa. Let me put it like that.
Yeah, we don't promote. We barely promote. Very promote intellectuals.
So a lot of these people you see arguing on social media are people who heard something from somebody on a podcast, but personally they themselves they've not been able to study,
Practice.
acquire knowledge for themselves, such that they will be able to discern what they pick out, the truth and the lies in what they consume. So, but because you are not you haven't done your own work from the back end to study and equip yourself with knowledge. Once you come on social media platform and you hear something, you consume all of it, and it becomes what you are and how you behave. I like to say, influence create thinking, thinking create behavior. What you're influenced by would shape the way you think, and the way you think would determine how you behave.
Okay.
And that's the problem in 2026.
One word that you mentioned, discernment.
Yeah.
People don't understand the idea behind discernment. Like they don't understand the value of discernment.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, I believe that discernment is something that would separate men from like top tier men from like women and low tier men.
You're right. Those men understand what they stand to lose if they make wrong decisions. Just one slight mistake can ruin everything that they've built for years. It's just like balance sheet. I did accounting in school, so that's why I'm using that as an analogy.
No, go ahead. Yeah.
It's just like balance sheet.
It's relatable. Yeah.
Or you're trying to set up your profit and loss account. One error in a figure in the expenses or income will alter the entire.
Mess everything
Yeah,
up.
so you're not have to go. You're gonna have to start from scratch again to get it right. So that's kind of how it works in real life. So those guys, they work so hard to get to the point where they are, and they understand the risks that are involved. So they try to be very cautious and careful when making, especially lifetime decisions. So they tend to use their discernment a lot, but the nonchalant guys don't. So that's why they always lose everything.
Oh, do you say nonchalant guys lose?
Nonchalant guys don't. They don't use their discernment a lot, and so.
So I think we need to. I would like us to separate something here.
Sure.
Nonchalant guys from guys who are passive.
Right.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Are they the same thing though? Because the nonchalant I'm getting are people who don't care.
Yeah. So guys who are passive, not that they use their discernment, but they normally want to do it in a way that it also favors the other person. The guys who have it good, the top tier men, use their discernment whether it favors you as the woman or not, because they have a lot to lose. They have a lot to protect. They would make decisions that is good for the family at large, not just a decision that is good for you.
At the moment, okay. And that's part of, okay, go ahead, please.
And that's the difference between those guys who are nonchalant. Those ones who make decisions that would favor the woman, even though it doesn't favor the entire family. For example, let me give you a reasonable example, right? your woman says that she wants to buy something of 500K.
Okay.
In your account, you have just 2 million naira.
Okay.
And you know the school fees, the children, you have to pay the school fees and all of that type of thing. As a man, it is the burden of performance is on you to make a decision that will favor the family at large, not just her.
Not just how.
So if you take her 500K from 2 million for her, whatever she wants to do, maybe she wants to buy a wig, will it affect the family? If the answer is yes, that's a decision you shouldn't make.
We live in a world where it's about happy wife, happy life. That's true.
Yeah, that's a fallacy. Yeah.
No, so brothers,
That's a fallacy.
we have a married man here who has said that happy wife. He's married though, and like I said, I heard he was married yesterday. If I knew this before, we would have changed it to a marriage counseling session. But explain to me how happy wife, happy life is a fallacy.
It's a fallacy. So what that is saying is, as long as the wife is happy, she has a happy life, and the husband too automatically will have a happy life. But what they didn't factor there is, what about the kids, right? Marriage is not a me thing. It's not a you thing. It's a we thing, right? If only the queen is happy in the kingdom, the entire kingdom is still not happy.
You think the queen cares?
That well, for the most part, they don't. But here's the thing. The real deal is happy king, happy kingdom. When the king is happy, the wife and the subordinates and the entire kingdom is at peace. Yes, because men work to provide for family. Women work to be independent of men. And that's the problem. So it can't be happy wife, happy life.
You know,
it has
it's
to be
funny.
happy king.
I made
happy
a statement Sunday after like having a serious thought. I said, I think society works best when women are suppressed.
I wouldn't say suppressed, but I'll say when women fall back to their natural role. And what is that natural role? To support the man. that one hit you.
No, because people say things like, oh, it's a social construct. But I mean, if you think about it, right, this system they call patriarchy
Right.
has worked for thousands of years.
Yeah.
And every single society that is deconstructing the patriarchy, they're all going extinct.
Yeah, they are falling apart. But
So-
women don't know this. So it's on us as men to do a lot of digging, see those countries that are destroying patriarchy, and see how they've fallen apart, and then bring that evidence to the limelight and say,
They still wouldn't accept it.
I know, that's just like I said before, they are insatiable. It's just, where do we go from here?
Suppressed?
No, we can't.
No, but on the other hand, so somebody made a statement again, because these things, when someone makes a statement, like, he hits me later, but he was like, in like the next 20 years, the Arab world might be the ruling world. No, maybe not ruling, but they will have like massive numbers that outnumber Christians.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, if you look at some of the Arabian countries, they really, really uphold patriarchy. Those ones, they hold patriarchy for neck like this.
Bro,
You get?
you know where women say they fought for women's rights. Why are the women there not fighting for the rights
get?
of women too?
It's women here that are fighting for the right of those women, and those women are not even complaining. They are enjoying the lifestyle. An average woman out here is not even richer or doesn't even have her shit together than the average Arabian woman, you know. But you're fighting for that woman. You get?
It's madness. Okay, now we've put it there that men need to understand that women are insatiable. What else? And women are hypergamous. What else do men have to understand? Again, what else do men understand?
Men should understand that when dealing with women, it's not so much about the message you're passing. For them, it's so much about the tone of the message you're passing.
The tone.
Yeah. Women worry more about the tone than the message. A woman will literally discard the entire message and focus on your tone. Trust me. 5 minutes later, you'll be like, what did I just say?
What did I just say?
She doesn't know. But how did I say it? Say, you were... now you know how I said it, but you don't know what I said.
You know what I said.
Right. So men need to understand that women focus more on the tone than the message.
I mean, sometimes I think women will focus more on the messenger than the message itself too.
So first, they start to focus on the tone, right? If they see that you're not backing down, you're not compressing, then they start to attack the person. So at that point, I like to say they do something called sign language. Shame, insult, guilt, and need to be right.
Sorry, shame, insult, guilt,
Need to be right.
I need to be right.
Sign.
Omo, where's my jota? Where's my jota? Okay, I'm with you.
And if you peel the layer to the bare minimum, you
So,
see that that's actually
sign.
what happens.
Sign, shame, insult, guilt, and you need to be right.
So
Okay.
they first shame you,
Shame
they
you.
start to insult you, they start to make you feel guilty, and then they want to feel the need to be right.
You need to be right.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do they bring out that need to be right when they know that, or when they don't even know what they're talking about? Because for a fact,
So let me tell you something. This is the way women operate. Let me say it like this. Yeah. So let's say you're a lady, and we're having a debate. So I have a different ideology from yours, right? So you're angry. You're not happy. You're angry. You're triggered that I'm not compressing. I'm not folding to your own ideology. So what's going to happen is, I start to talk. You cut me off. When you eventually let me finish, you don't even remember any of the shit I said, right? Because you're busy focusing on the tone. Now you're going to make it about me. 5 minutes later, I'm apologizing for a scene I didn't create in a conversation that we actually never had.
what do you mean we never had?
Yeah, because all that 10 minutes you were busy focusing on my tone, we couldn't have a conversation. But I'm apologizing for a scene that I didn't create, you created because you felt triggered by my tone and the conversation we didn't have. You get it? So 9 out of 10
So
times
she
when
got
you do
triggered, and then she begins to draw up things in her head.
a lot of times they strawman you. So they misrepresent what you say. So
Do
it's
you think,
easy
do you
for
think
them
it's intentional? Because
Yeah, they do it intentionally. Yeah.
well, so what? Because there's
Very
something that
intentional.
when women say, "Oh, I'm on my period," when women use their period as excuse. Meanwhile, at the workplace, they dare not use that period
Yeah,
as an
of course.
excuse.
At gunpoint, we should use that period as an excuse. So that's how you know people have choices. People have choices. I don't buy into that excuse of, look. I'm not going to dispute the fact that when women are going through their menstrual cycle, right, a lot of things change. Hormones run wild in them. Yes, I agree. Hormonal imbalance, all that type of thing, right? It makes them hyper sometimes, just like a woman who's pregnant, right? At that point, yes, I understand. I can like to tamper justice with mercy. I can like to, be a little bit mild with you and all that. But there's a limit. There's a line you don't cross. So just because all of these things are going on in your body, don't mean that you should outrightly disrespect me. Because at gunpoint, you wouldn't. It means you have a choice. Yeah. And if you have that choice, why are you not making it for me? Am I not worth you making such decision for? You get? Am I not worth you saying, no matter how I feel right now, I will address him with respect. And if I can't seem to get my ass together, I would walk away from that conversation and revisit it later. That's a better way to handle things, right?
Okay. So now let's come back to the men for a bit.
Yeah.
All right. No, just on you a bit. Sorry, it's you married for 10 years.
Yeah.
How did you understand female nature? Is it by bashing your head on the wall? Or
I did a lot of, how if you want, so as a Christian that I am, I don't know if you are,
okay.
if you want something desperately, sometimes you have to go into fasting and prayer.
Okay.
That moment, you isolate yourself from a lot of things,
Okay.
right? Because you want to hear the voice of the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I kind of did. At some point in my life, I had to stay away from public sites.
Mm-hmm.
I had to isolate myself to equip myself with the knowledge of female nature, right? I did a lot of reading. I did a lot of watching.
And this was 10 years ago.
No, this was I was already married actually.
Okay.
Yeah,
So what that means is you began to study female nature after you got married.
yeah. Because when I started to see a lot of things, sometimes we'll have quarrels, we'll have issues, and I'll be like, was this even worth it? This shouldn't have been enough to cause problem. Why? So, and then I have a mentor. I like to say every man has to have a mentor or
Okay.
somebody they look up to,
Okay.
like a go-to person,
Okay.
right? And so oftentimes I'll go to that person and say, I want to see you. He will look at me and say, I understand your worry, but these things are normal in a marriage. I say, but it's not normal to me. Why do we, over something as simple as you left your phone here, or you are wasting too much time in the
Or
bathroom.
you press the toothpaste strongly.
Yeah, yeah. Or
press,
you are
you press
or
the toothpaste in the middle.
in the middle, or you're on your phone too often. How do I handle such situations? And then he said, "What do you understand by women? What do you understand about women?" And then I started to tell him some things that I understand. He said, "See, you still have work to do." So he didn't blame the situation. He didn't blame my woman. He told me that I have a lot of work to do. Only when I can get to that point, I will understand that this, no matter how he explains it to me, I can't relate.
Yeah.
So I need to get on a journey.
Okay.
Until I finish that journey, and then I will now look back and say, oh, so this stone that I stumbled upon back then, it was meant to be like this, but this is how I should have handled it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what one thing that's interesting here is it's the same you, right? Same you, same man, same woman, right? And you were already married.
Yeah.
So that means you learned on the job.
Yeah, I learned on the job. Yeah.
So what now? So the question now is, it's the same woman.
Yeah.
How did she see all these changes and was okay with it?
Yeah, at first she wasn't. It's that type of thing where women will tell you, "You've changed a lot. You're not the person I used to know."
Okay, so so when you began to change, it's like, oh, you're now different.
Yeah.
So at what point? Okay, we're about to go that slightly personal, but with boundaries, obviously. How many years into your marriage did you realize that, okay, let me work on my knowledge about female nature?
It took a lot of years. I would say the first 4 years into the marriage, and it was struggling. They normally say the first 5 years in a marriage is the hardest. If you survive the first 5 years, you're almost there.
Okay.
So
you're past your trial phase.
Yeah, past that trial phase. And the 10th year too is also a struggle, but because it was easy to overcome the 5th year, this 10th year now is a piece of cake for me.
Okay.
You get. People don't understand, but marriage is so easy.
Marriage is easy.
But I'll explain how. Yeah, it's easy. I'll explain how. Contrary to what people made it look like, that marriage is so tough, too complicated, it's not. Very easy. But coming back to what we're saying. So it was like maybe 4 years into the marriage, I decided, you know what, I need to, just like my mentor said, I need to do a lot of self-growth, right? And then I embarked on that journey and started to learn, understand things about women. And oftentimes I'll speak to my older sister. So one of my older sisters is a marriage counselor too. So that was to my advantage as well. So sometimes I'll speak to her, in fact, all my sisters actually, they are married, So I'll speak to them.
All of them? How many of them?
3. I have 3 sisters.
Okay. How many brothers?
Just me.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll speak to them and they would say, I understand this. So these were the processes that I went through, in acquiring more knowledge about the nature of female. And I grew up seeing them at home anyway. So all of that too, I brought into.
You began to get patterns.
Yeah, I began to see patterns. I began to incorporate it and say, okay, now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. Now I know why women would naturally act out. Now I know why they would naturally raise their voice. Now So when I knew all of this, it was so easy for me to deal and navigate with women. So from then on, it's been a piece of cake for me because, yes, you asked the question, how did she take it, right?
Yeah.
She didn't take it very kindly before. It's the thing where women will say, you've changed.
You've changed.
You're not the person I used to know. But it took a lot of communication, carrying her along and making her understand that, of course, there has to be growth in a marriage.
Mm-hmm.
I can't be the person you knew 10 years ago. I have to be more mature. I have to be more emotionally intelligent. If I'm still the person you knew 10 years ago, you would have left the marriage. Same as you. You're not the person I used to know 10 years ago, but you just don't know that. But I see changes. You've become more mature now. You handle me with care, and all of that. And look at the way you treat the kids. So when I put it like that, now she understands it was a necessary change. So you see what I did there? I picked her emotions.
Okay.
I picked her emotions. I started with the compliments to set the foundation. And then I picked her emotions by saying, look how you treat the kids very well. Now she's in alignment with the change.
Yeah, the message is actually very well. so I think with women, the delivery of the message is more important than the message.
So all those things I said didn't matter. if I didn't make her feel good at first. If I
Okay.
didn't set the tone of her feeling good and feeling like a better person, no matter what I say, it would have been bounced back from the other ear.
So how does your wife treat your content? By the way, sorry, just remind that he's the host of what is called No Filter podcast. Where so how does your wife see your message? I'll say your message, not your message.
My wife don't always agree sometimes with my message.
Hmm.
But that's the beauty of our marriage. And I like that she doesn't always have to agree,
She thinks for herself.
but she thinks for herself. But other times, I'll just call her close and explain it to her. So if there's a position I hold that she doesn't agree with, she say, why do you have this position? See, a good woman would ask for clarity. A silly woman would quickly jump into defense.
Conclusions and an attack.
So she would want to know why I hold this position. When I explain it, if it makes sense, even if it doesn't align with what she thinks, but if it makes sense, she's cool. You know why? Because from the get-go, before she said yes to me, she already trusts.
Your judgment.
Simple. And that's what marriage is.
I think also not just that's what marriage is. I think that's what leadership is.
Yeah, you're right. Leadership.
So when every time when this all this debate of are men natural leaders, I will not use the word natural, but they're the best leaders, right? If they did, if they themselves, if the man who has worked on himself would eventually become
Yeah.
a leader.
Yeah.
So you're not just born that way and say, "Oh, I was born this way.
Yeah.
Let me go and become a leader."
We're not born leaders now. I was born just once a lady gives birth and they say, wait till you born. They said, a man, life is already leading you to zero.
Then you're not born in Nigeria. Not like
Yeah,
4-0.
you're not born in Nigeria. That's 4-0.
That's 4-0.
You get, it's never been favorable for men. It's also never been favorable for women. For the most part, women are more privileged than men today.
I think if this is how I see nature, right? So, men, either you have it or you don't.
Exactly.
For women, you have it for a period,
Yeah.
then you don't have it again.
Yeah.
So I think nature is actually fair on women compared to the men. So okay, you know what? I believe that nature gave us our own suffering,
Right.
gave us our own suffering. So as a man, you have your suffering. As a woman, you have your suffering. Because I've never had a feminist wake up one day and say, "I want to become a man in my next life." It's almost always
They will, if given the choice, they will always say, I still want to come back as a woman.
because the life.
And to be fair, a lot of men would still say, I still want to come back as men. Me, I would still want to come back as a man, right? All of those struggles that we go through as men is what builds and shapes us to who we are. I can't imagine life without struggle.
So I think we're not even in a world where nobody wants to struggle.
That's the problem right there.
Like everybody just wants it. Oh, what do we have to fight for it? And what pisses me off is when I see men talk about how capitalism is bad. I'm like, but it's functional. It's made us. It made the population skyrocket. Look at places that did not practice capitalism. Go and live there.
So the way I see it, I like to say, it's not that a lot of men don't want to hustle. It's that they have the mindset to hustle. They have that wish to hustle. But then when they start and they see the tediousness in the hustle, they opt out. For example, people would naturally think, okay, just put 2 microphones and talk and make money on YouTube.
Yeah.
But, bro, look at all that setup, right?
Yeah.
So when somebody comes in here and see all this setup, and they be like, how much? Where I want to start from? and then they opt out.
Yeah.
You get. So yeah, I mean, look at all that setup: the camera, the monitors, the motherboard. Bro, this is a lot,
Okay.
and these are capital intensive.
Mm-hmm.
So some people are there now watching us and saying, "I want to be a podcaster. I want to be able to do this talk." But when you come into a podcast room and you see the setup and you see the capital intensivity, you'll be like, "Hey, I know do."
I think that's one. The second thing is the effort. So even if you had the capital, what about the effort?
So I like to say like this, people need to start, men especially, need to start having mindset of, I can do it even if I don't have anything. And how can you do it? You can seek for sponsors. See, there are guys with ideas, bright minds, but they are not pursuing something because of lack of money. But what they don't realize is, even if you don't have money, you can find sponsor, share your vision, your idea, and somebody will buy it and invest in that thing. I've seen guys with no money become something because somebody believed in the dream. Martin Luther King said, I had $1. I have a dream. I dream I have $1. I'll become so that's what it is. When I started my podcast, I didn't have the luxury of money. I could only afford one lapel mic. This one you clip to your
Yeah, this is
right?
this is not my first
Yeah.
mic for podcast now.
I could only afford this. But then I was wondering, okay, this standing mic, the soft box, light, all these things, how do I do it? But I didn't let that hold me back. So what I started to do, I started to send out text messages to senior bros that I knew. I said, look, I
This is
have
what
a
I'm
plan.
doing now.
I want to do this. I want to do this. I have bright minds, bright ideas. In fact, the people that produced me were one of the people that gave me chance. They called me one day. I said, okay, let's hear it. Let's hear what you have to say. So it was more like an interview. And then I sat down and we talked for like 30 minutes. And they said, now I can put money in this. At the time, they didn't have the equipment. Though. They had to buy it to give us a chance.
You know, let me now say this, because when I started my podcast, I've had several sponsors. One guy reached out to me and said he wants to sponsor some, right? And when I asked him, like, because we're guys, right?
Yeah.
Reality is, what do you stand to gain? It's like, you want to sponsor me, like, what do you stand to gain? It's like, bro, he wished he could do this when he was younger.
Yeah.
But now he's like older, he can't do it anymore. So like, he just wants to like add to whatever it is I've had. And
Yeah.
I'm like, and that thing made a lot of sense, that just start with something.
Start.
So everybody keeps looking at the day 1,000 of somebody else.
Yeah.
They want to have it the exact same way somebody who has been 10 years in the game
Yeah.
is having it. Like
Yeah,
that's not reality.
they want to start today and become like Honest Bunch. Start on the street. Just buy one lapel mic, go on the street, ask people questions, reasonable questions. My problem with these street interviews now is that they go and ask silly questions. Like, how do you get a lapel mic, dress up, go to the street, and all you want to ask a girl is, give me 360. What's your favorite sex position? That's crazy. I've done street interviews a lot. In all of my street interviews, whenever I post any of them, you will always see comments like, brilliant interview. I don't go out to ask, what's your favorite sex position? That's not my style. I want to ask you, this whole gender war going on, one, where do you stand and why do you think we're having it? If we trace it back, where do you think we got it wrong? Those are the type of questions when people provide insights, people learn, people understand.
Yeah.
Then 360,
It
I'll
makes
never
them,
do
it makes
that.
them even question their own thoughts at some point.
You get, yeah. Challenge them, challenge their IQ, not to win, but to
Yeah.
enlighten one another. You get. It's only on panels on TikTok I debate. I don't debate when I go out to do interviews.
Okay.
I just ask questions and hear from
just
you.
get their perspective.
That's it.
So I think that whole Duo 360 is more of a reflection of our society,
Yeah.
because people are responding to that, right? So that way they respond to it, then let me give it to them.
We live in a crazy world, man. Bad things sell faster than good things.
Well, a question I want to ask is, briefly, because we're so good life, is the gender war, right? The gender war. What do you think is that? Why do you think it's there? What's your stance? Where do you think it began?
There's no way I will answer this question without tracing it back to feminism.
All right, no, go ahead. No, say on my.
Yeah, so there's no way I'll start without tracing it back to feminism, because feminism had good intentions, but what it has delivered is not so much of what it promised. It has delivered pain, misery, put people on antidepressants, kick the husbands out of the house, left mothers, single mothers,
Okay, yeah.
and all that type of thing.
So you guys know that Stonda is 10 years in his marriage, right? And according to him, would you have called yourself a simp?
What?
A simp.
Simp.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't. I've never been one.
Okay.
I've never been one, but being married just helps me make better decisions now. Helps me use my discernment properly, and helps me understand what's more important, which is family.
Which is family.
Family. It doesn't. See, let me bust your head.
All right.
And I swear on my life, it was just last month, my wife knew what feminism was. I can put her on the corner. It was just last month, and this was because she heard me having a heated debate.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, join the line.
She heard me having a heated debate,
Okay.
and she was like, "This one you're so passionate about, this particular, what's going on?" I said, "We're just having feminism debate." She said, "What?
What's feminism?
I said, "No, it's just, some women advocating for women's rights, wanting equal right, opportunity, and all that." I said, "But don't they already have rights?" I said, "They do. I don't know what else they're advocating for." I said, "Okay, just take it easy. That's it." I promise you, it was just last month. My wife doesn't know what feminism is. She just...
But she knows you jump on podcasts and do all that.
Yeah, she knows. She knows I talk about relationships and all that. But feminism itself, she just knows traditional values. That's it. She knows her place, her role in a home. She grew up seeing it with her parents.
That statement of she knows her place, do you know how people find it very offensive?
It's triggering, right? Yeah, everyone got to know their place. I know my place. I know I have to be the provider. I don't have to protect my household. I don't have to be a leader, right?
You don't have to, or you have to.
I know I have to.
Okay.
So if I know my functions, you must know your functions. That's how we coexist as partners, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So gender war, how did it start? And what did you stand?
This man want to set me up.
No. This is the table want to shake. This table.
So this, and anything I say here will be my perspective, right?
All right.
If I have to trace how gender war started, I'll trace it as far back as just feminism, right?
Okay.
I believe that before the rise of the feminist movement,
Yeah.
people have always known their roles and they've always played them perfectly.
Okay.
It's just that with the movement of feminism, it then made women feel like their roles, which were naturally known, were oppressive.
Well, oppressive. Okay.
Yeah. And for that reason, women started questioning and started, they are very inquisitive. When they won't know. You get. So they started questioning and started following the movement and all of that. So this was how gender role became more of a blurry kind of thing. It was clear before. It was pretty visible, quite clear. I'm the man, I provide, I protect, you lead. You're the woman, you bear children, you nurture, take care of the home. That's it, right? But it's blurry now in this day and age. Because now it's like this, yeah? Right. So women were here, men were here.
Okay.
On this side.
So you can see the line of the table. The line of the table shows up.
The line, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So it's like women were here, then men were here.
Okay.
Men then understood on this side, it is provision, protection, leadership, right? And taking care of a home. On this side, they understood it was nurturing, managing the affairs of the home, supporting the husband, and raising children. They have now picked something from here and want to put it here. And they want to pick something from here and put it here. That crossbreed doesn't work.
Okay, why? Because women too can provide, and men now want to be like women. So
now the problem is not that women can also provide. Ideally, women shouldn't.
Women should not provide.
They shouldn't even be in the place where they are providing for a family. A woman is not built for that. A woman is fragile. She's built to be taken care of. She's built to be a companion to the man. She's not supposed to. That's why when the curse came upon a woman, it wasn't for her to work for survival. It was for her to endure severe pain during child labor. And what was the cause for the man? What were the consequences for the man?
It will work hard till.
There you go. So the man is supposed to work for survival to make sure he takes care of the home. The woman is supposed to just nurture, take care, and support the man. That's how it was ideally supposed to be. But now the women want to do our job. But I can't do your job. I can't bear children.
You mean the provision? Okay, so men can't nurture.
We can nurture, but I can't have kids.
Okay.
So that part now is missing. You see, when that void, there's a hole there now. Who's going to fill that up?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think they now end up they have the idea you can hire nannies to take care of your kids.
Yeah, and that's why we're raising degenerate kids. iPads and TV are raising our kids.
So we are outsourcing the raising of our kids to government and what?
To strangers.
If you had to give a solution, what would it be?
Women should go back to their natural role. It doesn't make them any less valuable.
Okay, go ahead.
It doesn't make them any less
So
valuable.
why are they pissed when I say women should go back to the kitchen?
So older women painted this picture that going back to their natural role makes them inferior. But it doesn't. It hasn't ever been, and it will never be. I will never look down on the woman that wants to take care of her home, raise children, and support the man. How can I ever look down on a woman like that?
So guys, ask your questions if you want to ask your questions though. Feel free, ask any question. If you want to come up, can come up, and we think it makes them vulnerable. They think it makes them vulnerable.
There's nothing wrong with women being vulnerable. Your vulnerability, right? It's why I need to step in to cover you up.
Okay.
Me and you as partners will smooth out the inevitable rough patches. There's always going to be a phase in our life when we're vulnerable. There's nothing wrong with being vulnerable. So I don't think the problem is being vulnerable. I think it's having that strong-willed person to cover your vulnerability and make you feel not less than, but make you feel worthy. That's what women should be advocating for. But that's not the case. Women are not out here saying, I want a strong masculine man that gets me, that can take care of me, that can fill that void for me, that can take care of me when I'm vulnerable. They're not asking for that. They're just asking to be like men. So most times, they want to be like men, but oftentimes they are imitating men that are not even the type of men they want.
So what kind of men are they imitating?
Well, the weak-ass men. Because, of course, you can't be out here being like the strong men that are out here. You can't be like the top-tier guy.
But now,
He's built different.
Now they want to be dominant.
He's built different.
Wait, hold on. Come again. What did you say just now? You said they want to be like the top-tier men.
Show me a woman that is like, say, so you mentioned the top-tier guys, right?
Yeah.
The guys that...
Let's say Ronaldo. Because a lot of the time...
Yeah, which woman is like Ronaldo? But most women are like the normal average guys. They want to be like the guy that is just working 9 to 5 doing... That's what they want to do. Go into the workforce, do 10, 15 hours and all that. But you can't be like that top-tier guy because he's different.
So I have this thought process. I haven't... So this is what... I like people to contest it.
Yeah.
This is thought process. If you look at the hierarchy of life, right? Men at the top, women majorly in the middle, and men at the bottom. So the women are trying to climb up the hierarchy, thinking that it gives them access to the men that are at the top. Yeah. So with them going to work is because I don't want to be with these guys. I want to be able to have the power to choose who I end up with. Yeah. But that's not reality.
No, I mean, reality is it's okay for them to have the power to choose who they want to be with, right? Okay. I have no problem with that.
There's a problem with that working.
But the thing is, now that you've chosen, when the consequences come, do not blame everyone else but yourself. That's why I have issues. Now that you say you have the paradox of choice, go ahead and choose. But when you choose and you choose wrong, deal with that consequences of your choice. Don't make it a societal or a collective men problem. That's my only issue.
I remember the saying of it's better to cry in a Ferrari
than in a Lamborghini. And then when it was time, and then when it was time to cry, she wasn't in the Lamborghini. she was crying on social media. That's the problem right there.
So no, the first cry happened on the road. Like she was on the streets crying. So she was wearing a red dress. Oh, it's abusive. Then she came back to...
See, I just want people to know, just like I want my daughter to be able to choose a man for herself, right? For the most part, I want to be involved in that decision. But on the larger scale, she should be able to say, this is the man I really want because this is the one, I'm in love with and I've seen his vision and I align with his purpose, right? Beautiful for her. But I will still let her know that if you make this decision, if you go down this path, whatever happens, deal with it.
Yep.
I don't want you coming back to say, oh, he wasn't the right guy. Of course, except domestic violence, right? That I take exception. But when it comes to issues like maybe he cheated, deal with it because you chose that man, right? Back in the day, our fathers used to pick spouses for our sisters, right? It wasn't their best choice, but it was the safe choice. Now, women have the paradox of choice to pick for themselves. Not only do they not pick the best,
they're choosing rubbish.
Yeah, they don't even pick the safe choice.
You see, one thing that gets to me is when women...
And they end up becoming baby mamas. And now
that's what I'm going to.
Everybody's problem.
They will blame the guy for... They will blame men for making them baby mamas. So something happened recently and it led to a debate. Yeah. And the debate is this. A lady removed an took out, she unalived the child, like on
Yeah.
abortion and stuff. And in the process, she lost her fallopian tube.
Oh, that's bad.
And the guy was like, I'm tired of the relationship.
The man
Yes.
was like, he's proud.
He's tired
He's tired of
of the
relationship.
relationship.
After she's gone through that,
Yeah.
okay.
So the question now becomes, what should the guy do?
So they are married?
No,
Oh, just relationship.
just relationship.
Also, so he also has the choice to walk away.
So now women.
I'll have a different position if they were married.
Sorry?
If they were married, I'll have a different position because, again, like I said, as a Christian who believes in the Christian ethics, if you're married, it's you sign for better for worse. That's one of the worst. Deal with it.
But when there was no signature for better for worse.
Then now
can-
everybody
you can-
has choice
yeah, you can run.
to. Yeah, you see that problem right there. That's why marriage is good, because marriage gives you that binding contract of for better for worse. We have taken this covenant under the oath as God the witness, right? So even when you go through that, it is my responsibility to still be there because I signed for better for worse with you.
Yeah, okay.
But if we don't go under marriage, it's just relationship. Mama, I don't run, no.
Because guys, some guys were like, oh, he should stay, and who will now marry her? Is like, so she will go and find who she'll marry now.
So that's why we advocate for marriage. Marriage is good. Marriage gives you this sense of belonging. You belong to a family, a tribe. I belong to a family, a tribe. You're mine. I'm yours. If anything happens, I'm going to stick it out with you.
Okay, so I want to ask you practical questions, right?
Yeah, sure.
What can a man today
Yeah.
have in marriage that he cannot have outside of the marriage?
Nothing. But that sense, it will be the little things, though, and I'll just mention it. The fact that I'm here now on this.
So mind you, he's been married for 10 years. Like he's been married. So again, one thing I like is that he's married, right? And just in case someone can ask, feminists, is his wife happy? I mean, I heard that voice and I heard them speak like an hour ago. She sounded good that he was here on the podcast.
A lot of them would say, hey, he's just talking. I told him his wife is not happy. They don't even know what's up.
so please go ahead.
So, what was I going to say? I say that it's the little things like, as I'm here on this podcast, I know for sure I'm going back home to my wife. That's
All right.
mine.
All right.
I'm not gambling, okay, which girl I want text, make it come with me today. Or which girl house I want go. I know I'm going back to one that is there for me.
Okay.
You see, those little things, those little moments,
You guys
Make
can
me
ask, you guys
appreciate
can ask
marriage.
questions though, just in case. It's not limit. It's supposed to be interactive. So
Yeah.
no, I'm sorry. I think somebody wants to come up. Abi, is that okay? Okay, there's a feminist Vivian. Feminist, how you can come up though?
Vivian.
Oh, is she your guy?
Vivian, I know Vivian.
Okay, all right. Okay, she doesn't look ugly. So yes, in an age where women don't want to do the primary thing they were created for,
Yeah.
give birth. What do you think? I mean, that was one thing nature did not give to men:
Yeah.
giving birth and.
So the
breastfeeding.
question you ask them is, what can be an ultimate purpose for you without replicating your gene?
That's referring to the women.
Yeah, that would be my question to them. What would be your ultimate purpose
Okay.
without replicating your gene?
Okay.
What else can be more important? You get? Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be a question I would like women to answer. What else can be more important? The career can never be.
Okay, hold on. Who is this? Are they also up?
Welcome, guys.
Sorry, hold on. Can I quit your voice? I think
Podcast
feminism
is not
is
about her, so we
feminism.
can-
Yeah, okay. Very, very, very true. Very, very true. So, in a case where women don't want to give birth anymore, right? For some reason, it's they glorify the idea of not giving birth.
Yeah, can you move this thing from screen?
Okay. But they removed because
Yeah. They glorify.
they glorify the idea of not giving birth. What do you think?
And so that begs the question now that what can be a greater purpose for a woman?
Okay, no, leave it.
What can be a greater purpose for a woman besides replicating your genes, besides having an offspring?
I think
What-
okay.
What can you say you want to do in this life that it's greater than that?
They would say is same thing that men are doing,
What?
making money.
No, that's not our greater purpose.
Okay.
It's the family.
Okay.
Yeah. So the money is not even. The money is a means to an end. Why are we making the money?
To build a legacy, to build a family, to provide for
That's
them.
the point. That's the vision.
Then, for some reasons, it just feels like the women today are prioritizing whoredom over family.
Yeah, that explains why a lot of them are single on antidepressants, and a lot of them baby mamas. For the most part, a lot of them are with pets instead of kids.
If you look at the if you look at like the top or the most popular feminists who they listen to, all of them basically preach some form of prostitution.
Yes, so I think that will be in the third wave feminism, women's liberation, right? Sexual liberation, and that's also where the whole LGBTQ thing came into picture.
Okay.
Right? Where they now allow men to dress like women, wear some aesthetics, catwalk, and then they can identify as women. You know the contradiction there?
What's that?
So, let's say you're a woman, you're a feminist. You believe that men can identify as women, men can become women. When I'm speaking about abortion, the same women will say, I'm not a woman, I don't have the right to talk about women's body. Well, what if I just now identify as a woman? Can I now talk about women's body? Is it
You madness.
there's so many contradictions. You see that when you listen to them, you'll be like, okay, yeah.
But to be very, very frank, now I must say something that listening to women talk on such topics, to be very frank, I think it's doing more harm than good the way I see them.
This is going to get me in trouble. But I'll say it.
No filter.
That's when you start to realize, you start to understand why our grandfathers didn't let them speak in public.
The crazy part about that statement is it happened in every single society.
It does.
Before people began to travel on the sea, whether that's America's history, Africa's history, Nigeria's history, Belgium's history, it happened where there's a point where like women, like keep quiet. Like
I said, don't get me wrong. There are women who are very well in tune with intelligence, and they have etiquette, right? When they speak, you listen. They command that respect. They command that type of atmosphere. There are women like that. I just know that they are not this feminist on TikTok, though, right? There are women like that.
Feminists on TikTok, I think they're...
No, those ones, forget them. Those ones,
attention.
You never find any of this type of women I'm describing trying to be feminists on TikTok. They are not there.
Okay.
And it might offend them, but they are not there. But there are women like this, right? And when you meet women like that, even at the very core, women like that still respect the roles of men in society.
Okay.
But the TikTok feminists don't respect that. But somehow they automatically think it gives them this,
One
but it doesn't.
one thing that bust my head on TikTok feminists is, why don't we have a female president? Why do you think we have?
No, they will say they didn't give them the opportunity. Now, watch where I'm going with this now. The Navy SEAL, right? The Naval SEAL has given women, they've opened their border 10 years ago. You can fact check me since they're alive, right? It's been 10 years now, since 2016. They opened the border for women to come in, take training, and become Naval SEALs, right? Women have since then done training and all that. 10 years now, bro, as I speak to you, not a single woman has become a Naval SEAL. Not a single woman has successfully completed the training.
Yeah.
Why? Not because they didn't have the chance to. They gave them the chance, but because they couldn't. It's some things I can do better than women. It's some things women can do better than me.
So let's delve a bit into politics just a bit. When people say, "Oh, why can't we have a female president?" One thing I always ask is, do you know how many years our current president, even though he's not what people like, do you know how many years our current president planned to become a president? That was not 10 years old. That was not 20 years.
I mean, if a woman possesses all the criteria, the qualifications it takes to become a president, I have no problem with that. But I just know that even the most intelligent woman makes decisions out of emotions, and that's always going to be a problem. You can't deny the biology of that. The biological reality cannot be overlooked. and that's always going to be a problem.
They can start a new war just because they feel like.
It just takes one guy to break our hearts, and all men will go to war now and go and die. Just like what David did to his finest soldier, Uriel, because he wants to take his woman, sent him to the front of the war to go and die so he can take his woman. And they will do that to us. They will say, hey, this is your gender. Go to the war fronts and let all of you perish.
I never had that thought before. That, maybe you just broke her heart. All the men, all of you.
It takes one guy to break her heart. All men will be in cages. I promise you, and this is not to shit on women, but even amongst women, they know themselves. They know it's true. So that's why we don't need you making important decisions that can alter or significantly affect the movement of a nation. A nation, not your household. You can make that decision in your household. But, I mean, you're going to come and vote and send me to war. But you can't, you're not going to go for the same war.
Yeah, I think that's the reason women should not be allowed to vote.
I also think they shouldn't be. And I also think that a lot of men shouldn't be allowed to vote. I think that only those who have skin in the game should be allowed to vote. Some men shouldn't be allowed to vote. Women shouldn't be allowed to vote.
So when you say skin in the game, like what do you mean?
You must be politically inclined. So they must go through this. You know, when you want to acquire a driver's license, you do practical, you do theory. You must be able to do that to have that access to vote, to even get the voter's card. You know, what political parties
That's true.
Yeah.
Because it does eliminate, I think one of Nigeria's problems is that all these intellectuals were doing is not the political class business.
Yes.
Time for election. They have the masses.
Yeah, of course.
on their side.
I mean, they will go and give one random street dog under Aja Bridge voter's card, so he can go and vote Tinubu because of tribe. Not because you know anything about politics or because you know that his vision would bring Nigeria out of poverty, but because he's Yoruba man, you voted. So that's why I say all men shouldn't also be allowed to vote. You should be able to have skin in the game. And by having skin in the game, I mean you should have gone through all of those processes, theory, practical, and all that
I
to
think
gain access
that
to
makes
vote.
sense. So questions like, what do you think policies affect? What are policies in the first place? Right?
Yeah. You have to know all those things. Why are you voting for this party? What have they done? Track records. Tell me the history in the last 5 years, what this party has done to make you want to advocate for them. What is the vision? What is the plan they are coming with? How does it take Nigeria out of where we are?
I think the leaders under a democratic era, if you look at it very well, is mostly always a popularity contest.
I mean, you know, so, I hate to talk about politics.
Yeah, okay.
Because it's very broad, right? And because I don't have skin in the game, to be fair with you.
No, go ahead, okay.
I don't have skin in the game. That's why I don't think that I deserve to speak about it.
I like the way you respect your boundaries.
Yes. I know my boundaries, and I don't deserve to speak about politics because I don't meddle into politics. If I want to have the right to speak about it, I should put my head into it.
Because there's something I always say that one thing life has or experience has taught me is what you are seeing as a citizen is not what he is seeing as a president.
Exactly.
Right. And whenever I'm talking to precisely women, I'm like, okay, if you're Tinubu, what would you do right now?
When you're sitting on a plane,
the
way you look at people down there, it's not the way they.
Exactly.
All right.
So I'll be like, okay, if you're Tinubu right now, a president right now, what would you do? If I'm the president right now, immediately I'll order the soldiers to enter the bush. Okay.
The first thing they will do, they will legalize abortion. I promise you. You just give a woman that presidency right now. The first thing they will do is legalize abortion. And that will be the beginning of the doom of that country.
Yeah, Mr. John, how are you doing?
We're good, brother.
Can we do that? Yeah, what's up? Can you hear us?
The volume is low.
Don't worry, you keep talking.
Okay.
Have you heard anything that?
Welcome in.
Thank you so much. I like your studio. First and foremost, I like your studio. It's very unique. The microphone, the setup.
Yeah.
Well done, guys.
I'll let him take credit for that. It's his studio.
Beautiful. One of the problems with our current disputes.
Today we're talking about something different from politics.
Please, whatever it is, I'm sorry because I came in through when you guys were talking about.
You walked in when we're talking about politics, and this is what we're talking about when you saw us talk about politics. What we're talking about is the fact that women assume that politics is just a group of men randomly entering offices, right? But in reality, these men, they've had skin in the game for decades,
Yes.
right? So they assume that, oh, let's make a woman president. Okay, do you know how many years? Again, I'm not here to support Tinubu or something, but do you know how many years it took for Tinubu to become president? They think it was because of his first attempt he won. Magically, he planned it in just 4 years. It's like, no. He has had that ambition before he became a governor.
Yes.
So he's like, okay. And first of all, basically, our topic today was about understanding women, but we now entered feminists, and feminists not understanding the reality of politics. They think they think we should have what do you call it, female president. I was like, female president sounds nice on paper, but in practice, in reality, it's not. Right? How many of them even are even in politics?
Whenever people, sorry to cut you short, whenever somebody says that, the first question I ask the person, I say, oh, give me an action plan of you becoming the president in the next 10 years.
Sure, that's too much to ask for.
Because everybody is living in this idealistic bubble that, oh no, if we do this thing, no, it's not going to work. If you want to be, okay, let's see Tinubu now. Let's use Tinubu as an example. He is the current president of Nigeria. When did he win governorship of Lagos? It was in the 90s.
90s, yeah.
What's up, Godson? What's up, AI guy? We can go back to the relationship.
He's greeting people that are coming up to the left. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, sorry. It was in the 90s. So a man has been in politics for well over 20 years. Had the ambition of presidency before he even became the governor. You don't know what he has done on a local level to get to be governor of Lagos State. Then,
how you doing, brother?
Continued his campaign for several presidents. He campaigned for Buhari for all those times Buhari was losing against PDP. Yeah, he was there, standing beside him. He was the major opposition against Obasanjo.
Okay. So
when he was governor.
Okay, let's not really go deep into that because we might begin to get into politics, right?
No. I want to draw a track record of how much he has invested.
So that's how much men sacrifice for the society.
That's how much he has. Now we as Nigerians, I'm not going to deny the fact that we believe that politics is a dirty game. They have done some other funny things. I'm not going to substantiate that or deny it. I'll just let that one slide. But let's assume that is part of it. This takes a lot of planning, investment, financial investment,
all right,
a little bit of luck to get to that seat. You're not just. It's not just it's not just a thing that you just. Okay, tell me who are the most successful women in Nigerian politics, or who have had the most impact in the nation as far as Nigeria is concerned.
That's the point.
They are not new in the game.
Is that AI guy, man?
Yeah, it's a guy.
Which profile is there? Sorry, John.
He's a guy.
Yeah.
So sorry, go ahead. Sorry, I got distracted a bit.
He's a guy.
Okay.
So John.
My favorite Nigerian leader of all time is the late Dr. Mrs. Dora Akunyili, the former head of NAFDAC.
Yeah. Okay. So brother. I think if you join my live some other day, we can actually have politics. We speak about relationship, politics, things that affect people, right? We just delve into politics just a bit, so we can touch about that later. We're talking about understanding women, right? But a question to you, brother, is this whole gender war we're experiencing. What do you think it came from?
It's not ours.
Gender war is not ours, but do you think it's affecting us?
It says his wife on his.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So what questions you ask again? Gender war. Where did it come from?
Yeah.
Are we on the right track? what do you stand? So what do you stand like on topics like feminism and the rest? Because
I believe the man and the woman belongs, especially the black man and the black woman belong to each other.
they
We're
belong to each
better with
other.
each other.
So do you believe in the idea of equality?
Not in the current state that it is.
So in what state then?
So most people, when we talk about equality, they make it like equality of everything is equals to the other person's. Yeah.
Yeah, they want to make it like everything. Okay.
In enzyme binding in the human being, there's what we call the enzyme substrate, and there's what we call the receptor.
Mm-hmm.
The enzymes who is binding with the receptor have to form like a comb-like structure, and they come in together as one.
Okay.
And when they
cellular
bind
level.
together, the action or whatever it is that they want to produce happens.
Okay.
Is the enzyme more superior than the substance is binding to? They are both equal at that point, but not equal in function.
Not equally function. Okay.
So, but when they come together, what happens? They create magic. They create whatever it is they need to create it.
Okay.
I cannot give back to a child,
Okay.
no matter how much I try.
So
Does
hold
that
on.
mean I'm subhuman to a
So
woman?
one question I have for you is, what do you think about women today who say they don't want to give birth?
They are playing with biology. Don't worry, biology will hit them soon. I have a degree in human anatomy, and I'm currently studying medicine. And I'm telling you, when biology hits you, nobody will tell you, but he will tell you.
We have a problem, and the problem we have is that biology has hit some older feminists. They now turn back and begin to misguide the younger women.
Because misery loves company.
Hey, Papori, welcome. Chinaza, welcome. How you guys doing, Papori and Chinaza?
Misery loves company. Welcome, everybody.
Yeah.
I've seen women who will say, I can never do this. They will swear I will not say anything. And one day you just say, John, I'm thinking of adopting. I'm like, but you said you know go born. What's going on? How did we get here? He was like, John, I saw a baby and I felt my womb move. And I'm like, what do you mean your womb move? What are you talking about? No, I'm a practical person.
I felt my womb
That's new.
move.
I'm like, yeah, the same way, me too. I was like, if you don't have womb, you have to ask questions.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You ask logical questions like, what do you mean? Oh man, this is a topic that is so wide.
So
The first question you asked, I want to go back to,
Okay.
which you said that is this gender war.
Yeah.
Is it ours? I said it's not ours.
Is it? You ever say it's ours? I'm like, what do you think about it?
No, you said where did it come from?
Okay, where did it come? Oh. Okay, all right. So where did it come
And
from?
I said it's not ours. Let's take Japan. Japan is one of the most progressive societies in the world. For every grandchild born right now, there are about 16 grandparents to that one child. Why? Because people are not giving birth.
Okay, they're going extinct.
They're going extinct. It is estimated by 2050. No, sorry, by 2090 that Japan will fall in this category like an endangered species when you talk about endangered species. Because that's how many Japanese will no longer be alive. Because this current old generation will die off. Those who will be old. If you're not giving birth, you're not replacing your birth, what is going to happen?
Extinction.
You're going to die off.
So
It's just evolution. Simple.
So the one question
It's that
is,
simple.
So one question now becomes, what do you think men would do when extinction kicks in a society?
Unfortunately, the answer
Papa, you
is
can't hear me now. Go ahead.
It's not going to be a nice answer, and I'm going to say it. I want to be truthful.
The answer is not nice.
There might be draconian measures.
No, there
taken.
will be some form of chaos.
So, I just want to be nice with the words. No, because I don't want your life to be shut down. and I don't want because if I say what it is, we
hold
might
on.
get a strike.
Yeah. And because then they begin to raise questions like, is that right? It's not about is it right, it's should we say it?
You see now. You see now.
Yeah. So
Because you are starting to enter a territory of certain things, they will start calling you names now.
hold on.
Yeah.
Chinaza, are you here? Popori, can you hear me? Are you here? Are you guys here?
Yes, I can hear you, but your voice is not so loud.
All right. I'll fix that. I'll fix that very soon. Can you hear me now?
Stone, why you whispering?
Popori, this guy, you're such a misogynist. I'll fix that very soon. So Chinaza,
Yes.
where do you think all this gender war came from, and where do you stand?
If you call it gender war, it's like a violent thing. Let me put it. I think it came from the experiences of women, and the experiences and women seeing what their mothers go through.
What did your
I didn't come
mothers
from
go
a
through?
my family. I'll say my parents' marriage is very good for a good thing, but I don't think it's a war. I just think it's women coming out to say what I have experienced or what I see my parents experience. I do not want to experience it.
But let me ask you something. What did their parents experience? Because nobody's still telling me any of what the experience that seems
Okay,
so
nobody's
oppressive.
telling you.
Yeah,
Okay.
I haven't heard anything about this was what they experienced that made them oppressed. What were those things?
Let me give you an example. Let
Sure.
me give you one eye-opening experience for me. I grew up in a very happy home. My parents were all right. When I got my first job and I was working in the hospital, I was
Yeah.
working in labor ward,
Right.
and I had a lady who was in labor for 2 days. And normal medical, if a woman labors for 12 to 24 hours, you're meant to do for cesarean section.
Right.
And we called the man and said, "Oh, your wife has been laboring for days. She has to go for a cesarean section." And the man said, "People in my culture don't do cesarean section." And I said, "Your wife is not from your culture." He said, "No, women in my place I do not do cesarean section." That baby died. The man still refused for us to do cesarean section, to even take the dead child out of it. I should stop saying that. Unalive child out of mother. We had to use mechanical method, and you do not want to see how that is done to a woman, just because the man refused
Okay, so
to have cesarean section.
so that is, wouldn't you say that that's a problem with that family, that man, and not a collective
That's
problem?
the problem with that. You would think it's just that one man, but there are a lot of men that think like that.
So I'll say this. My grandmother didn't go through any of that. So my grandmother was not oppressed. When you talk about oppression,
Your grandmother didn't go through that one.
hold on a second. When you talk about oppression, it has to be something that women collectively experience. You can't mention one thing that one woman or a few women experience and you call that oppression. It has to be a collective experience. So, for example, even in these modern times where we live, there are some men that still domestically violate their women, true or false? Does
True.
that mean, so does that mean that today women are still oppressed? No, it's just,
Okay, so
you're going to have to
what you're
look at it
trying,
individual
your
by
analogy is saying, I've never seen police brutality in Nigeria. Doesn't mean that police brutality is happening in Nigeria.
No, there's no police brutality in Nigeria. But
So because it's one person or it's few people, meaning that the oppression is not happening.
not that it's not happening, it's not a collective problem. That's my point. It's a problem you
So
have to
for
deal
me
with.
to come out and say, "Oh, police brutality is happening," and this, it is hard, but it has never happened to me. Meaning that it's not a problem.
So let me put it like this, right? Have you experienced police brutality before, you yourself?
No.
Okay, I also haven't. But how can we say it's a collective problem when I haven't experienced it?
Sorry, quick one.
So what I'm saying now, because it's not a collective problem, I should not fight against it.
You should fight against it individually with that set of persons that are doing it. It shouldn't affect me. Why do I have to know about what you're fighting for? You see my
You
problem
chose
there?
to know what you're fighting for.
Why?
You chose to know that say is a gender war.
It's not
If
a
a
gender
woman
war.
comes out to say,
It's not a
I do
gender
not
war.
want
My
to be
grandmother didn't
married,
experience
I do
that.
not want to.
So why should my grandmother join you to fight that thing when she didn't experience it? That's what I'm
Nobody's
asking.
forcing your grandmother. See, it's not a war that they are going on the street and say, women, come and join feminism or come and join feminism. If you not join,
Well,
it's going to work against you.
They are. If you look at it, they are trying to
They
make
are.
us. They are trying to make us compress to
They
their
are,
own
trust
ideology.
me.
They are telling me to address them by a certain pronoun that I don't want to. So, in what they are trying to do is tell me that I don't have human rights, but they do.
They're telling you a man does not have human rights.
They're telling me to address them by a certain pronoun that I don't want to address them by.
Okay, let me your analogy now. Let me use it somewhere else.
Okay.
If I live in the UK where LGBTQ is accepted,
Right.
and a man comes to meet me and tells me, "Don't call me he, call me she," because I want to be called she.
Yeah.
It's now my choice to call him he or she or whatever. It's your choice. Nobody's forcing you. Nobody's putting a gun to your head to say,
That's the
if you
problem.
don't call me
They
this,
are
you're going to
forcing
die.
you. That's what you don't understand. They are forcing people to call them by the preferred pronoun. They are making it legal that if you don't address people by the pronoun they want, you will be fined or arrested. That's the problem. They are forcing it. That's what I'm telling you.
They're forcing a man. Women are forcing men
They are forcing everyone.
to call
They
them
are
a certain pronouns.
They are forcing the society to address them the way they want to be addressed. So if you see a transgender person or a man who identifies as he, she, and you call him a man, you may likely be arrested. So they are forcing it down your throat. They are forcing you to address them by the pronoun they want. And that's my problem with this whole thing, is that you cannot force me to address you the way you want. Where is my right to say no?
But nobody's forcing you.
Are you not understanding? I said they are. They are legalizing it in America and these Western
Hold
countries.
on. I think we're missing. There is a point we're missing here. The whole forcing thing, I get it, because if you go online and let's say a woman comes and says, "My husband did this. My lovely husband did this." I've seen situations where you go into the comment section and people call the person a pick me, blah, 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 blah. They start insulting the lead. Maybe she says something that they don't entirely agree with. And then the question I have is, if feminism is for the female child or the woman to express herself or make choices, why is that when certain women make certain choices, these women disagree with, then the whole entire premise of feminism, which is for a woman to choose, suddenly falls off, and then you have to fall in within this narrative that they have created. And if you decide, no, maybe I want to be a trad wife, you as a woman, you are not feminist enough. That is where the forcing thing, and I particularly am like, no, if she chooses to be a traditional wife and take care of the home family, that should be a choice allowed under feminism, because it is still a choice. Do you get it now?
Yes.
It's still a choice,
Now,
so it should be allowed.
I think people do not have a good understanding about feminism. You can be married and a child wife and still be a feminist. You see, feminism does not mean that you hate men, and I think that is a different thing. There's misogyny, there's feminism. It does not mean you hate men. Two things can be. I can want equality with man, doesn't mean I am the same with a man. We have, like you said, we have different functionality, but doesn't mean having basic human rights. Do you know most women do not have basic human rights?
Wait, sorry.
Basic. Let's
Hold on.
speak
What
basic.
do you define as basic human rights?
Basic human rights is food, ability to make decisions. Let me give you an example. I, as a woman myself, can't make some certain decisions that the society does. No, see, there's a criticism for being a woman that you, as a man, you cannot. If you don't wear the shoe, you can never know how you hurt.
Mention
You
one.
can never.
Mention one.
Let her speak. Let her speak.
You
Let's
can
allow her
never
speak.
know how it is as a woman, and that's why I correct some notions where some men say, "I know how women think." You don't. I don't know how men think because I'm not a man. So you can't say I know how women think. Women are emotional. That's a lie.
Let me take you down this path.
That is bias.
Chinasa, listen, let me take you down
From
this
saying,
path.
"Oh, women are more emotional." Women are not more emotional.
Okay, Chinasa, listen.
On
Bro,
this
give me
point
1
of
minute. Let me
knowing-
tell her
on-
this
on
thing.
knowing how women think, that men say, there is a reason why a man can know, or rather men can say they know how women think. And the reason
Why?
is because men need to understand women in order for them to attract women.
That's a different
Do you
thing.
understand?
You understand women to attract
No.
women on the basis of attraction. That's a
So-
different thing.
No, see the difference now. You as a woman do not need to understand men. You just need to be beautiful. That's all.
I just need to be beautiful. That's what you think it happens.
To attract, did you really hear what I said? To attract men.
To attract
right?
a man.
Yes, a woman just needs to be beautiful.
That's
But
all.
for a man to attract, that's
So
all.
what of the women
But
that are
for
not
a man-
beautiful?
Popori.
That one that they are lost now.
Guys,
No. But
I don't want us to deviate this conversation.
I don't know what debate. I just wanted to point. I just wanted to point this thing out. The reason why is because men need to understand women for attraction. Like you need to know how to talk to women. You need to know how to come correct so that the woman doesn't see you as a
That's
weirdo.
a different. That's a different thing.
But I'm
If you
telling you
say
the
you
reason
want
why.
to know
So in order
women,
for you to, in order for you to now know how these people think, right? You must have understood them. But on the other hand, it's different. So that's why when they say they understand, at least to an extent, men understand women, even if they are not women. But women do not understand men because they don't need to.
they don't need to
I want to-
understand men.
Chinaza, I'm sorry, I want to tell because I'm trying as much as possible so that we don't deviate because it's usually conversations like this. Something will just enter and
Yeah,
the
can
whole
you guys hear
conversation will go left. You said most women don't have basic rights or basic what's it called? Basic
Yes. Ability to-
right.
yes.
Ability to choose. Ability
people
to
joining
choose
live,
is
can
very
you-
much
yeah.
enshrined in
But
the
only people on the
Constitution of
panel
Nigeria.
can hear.
Now, I do understand that the Nigerian Constitution and the way we apply it is the Constitution is there. Application is a
giving
whole
a
different
static sound.
conversation. But let's that aside, right? In Nigeria, you can, as you are now, you can choose not to marry and nothing will happen. The only thing that will happen in society will talk. That's all they can do. There is no legal law that forces you to marry. That's where you have that one right. You can
Okay.
choose not to have a child. There is no legal law that will force you to have a child if you
Yeah.
don't want to have a child.
Yeah,
Do you
that's
understand?
Okay.
That is a second right you have. Number 3, you can choose to live
Wait,
alone.
Can
please
yeah.
wait before you enter number 3.
Can you guys hear me from the
It's
conversation?
like making a law to say women who get
No.
pregnant and wait, no, you said that you can choose not to get pregnant.
Yes.
Having an abortion in Nigeria is illegal. That already breaks my choice of wanting
Yeah.
to
Somebody
either
says
Abortion
you
is
can.
the
child or not
final
child.
stage. It's not the first stage.
Wait.
Abortion is the final
Decide.
stage.
How can you say
Abortion is
so
not
you
the
say that
first
they should
stage.
find a
The
way?
first stage is not even having sex in the first place. Stage 2 is having other forms of preventive measures
Oh,
to
they say
not
can
get
hear me, but you can't hear
pregnant.
the
Those
guest.
are not illegal in Nigeria, right?
Then if I get
So
pregnant
abortion
and
is
I'm the guest, by
to
the way.
say he
that
doesn't
is
want the child, he cannot take care of the
He's
child,
the
and I
host.
decide to say I do
I'm the
not want to
guest.
continue with this pregnancy.
the
My
way,
right of
Are you
not
saying
to
now? Wait,
have
are you
an
saying now
abortion.
that murder should be legal?
what we are that's where I'm not even, let's not get to this point first. All I'm saying is this: there is nothing that will force you to get pregnant unless you are willing
Oh, the people in
to
the
get
box.
pregnant. They don't get pregnant by mistake. Pregnancy is as a result of a man and a
are
woman
raped.
having
People are
sex.
raped to pregnancy.
We are not talking about the outliers.
Okay.
We're talking
So
about the
I
normal
think
people here.
That's an
Those are
outlier.
I think
How
what we
many
outliers.
should do
percent?
is
Those are outliers.
I
Those
think
are
we should
How many
outliers.
just
percent?
Let's
continue.
Do you know how
If
many?
there are
no,
more
no,
How
questions, they can
many?
ask for the comment
wait,
section. We
wait,
should
wait,
just
wait,
continue with the
wait. This
podcast.
let's keep
Because
it
now
at
we're deviating
outliers
a
for
lot.
now. Let's talk about the conversation of normal guy man meet normal guy woman. Let's stick it there first because outliers is it's a unique conversation.
John.
Let's stick it to
Sorry, John.
and moreover, when it comes to
John, can you hear me?
situations that are unlawful, it's actually it's actually said to
can
be
hear
John,
me.
between, I
John,
think,
John.
10 to 5%. It's not
John.
very much. Can somebody pull up the stat for me, please?
That's the recorded ones. That you, see, if you
No.
speak, no, please.
I'm not saying.
If
I'm
you
not
want to be
saying.
scared, yes.
Tinaza, we have to, if we're going to have a conversation, we have to have a conversation on certain borders. We can't just be pushing the envelope.
Okay.
We need to have certain things we are going to have conversation over. It has to be at least established to a
Yeah,
certain
they're trying to fix the
degree,
audio.
right?
Gossin,
We're
can you
talking
hear
of
me from
normal
the
person
comments?
meet normal person. You people open
Okay.
leg and you connect.
Welcome back, Ella.
That is, see, one of the fundamental things I was taught in anatomy was this: the end product of sex is pregnancy. Forget, oh, I want to get satisfied. Biologically, the end product,
Can you guys hear me in the comment section?
is that is the design. There is nothing. So when you go into that thing or that act, you should have it at the back of your mind that at the end of this thing, it's not plasma TV that will come out, it's baby that will come out. That is the design. And sometimes we claim to be faster than
final. Sorry, John,
smarter
John.
than this even
Sorry,
gene,
is it John or Labi?
the
John, can
biology
you hear
that
me?
controls us.
Yeah,
No.
yes, we hear now.
Let's understand this thing.
Did you
We are
say
playing
no?
a game. Let's understand the rules.
But can you hear me?
Then I'm still talking about the
I
legal
don't think you can
aspect
hear
of
you.
being a woman in Nigeria. When you say you don't have certain rights, you do. There is no doubt about it. When we say under the legal law, nobody can force you to do anything. Now, if somebody forces you to do anything, that person is abusing. Do you understand? That is an overstep. But for you to say you don't, no, there is a provision already for you. You actually do. Whenever something happens, it's an abuse of what you already have, not necessarily saying you don't. When you say you don't have, you are talking of Afghanistan. That's what we are talking about. That's what it means not to have. Where a woman cannot go out without a man, a woman cannot go to school. Like, that is what it means you don't have rights. You cannot say you're an Afghanistan woman now. Come on. No Nigerian woman can claim that. No African woman can claim that.
But there's something you
So,
said. You said there's law, but maybe the application of the law is not the problem.
Yeah, I can hear you.
yes, I do agree. And this is a feeling of the society, man and woman together. But the provision is there. You are saying it is not doing it, that they don't have right. No, you do. Secondly, lastly, I'm going to say
Yeah,
that
can I
I'll
ask
keep
you?
quiet.
Yeah, can you hear me, guys?
Women in our society, let me
I'm not sure they
speak
can hear me.
specifically for our society. We have a level, you have a level of protection. If me, I wake up today and I tell my wife, I know the work, I'm tired, I don't want to do it anymore, they will call me a bum, a useless one, a
Dan, what's
lazy
up, brother?
man. Like,
Welcome in.
name me all
Can
the
you hear
manner
me in the
of
comment
names.
section, guys?
You are useless good.
You are a useless goat. A woman can wake up tomorrow and say, I don't want to stress my life. I know they do. And the husband will say, come and sit down. That's it. That is a privilege no man in this earth can boast of.
Now, let me tell you that I know men always use that thing to say men cannot avoid the opportunity of not working and still get the life. Now, women didn't make that law, men did. And that's the same way they said men protect and penetrate for the ones who are that, and women nurture, take care of the children, take care of. It was not a law women came out to say this is what women should do. So now the problem now I think a lot of people are facing is now that people are now saying provide that provision, but you want that provision from a woman and a man after dividing the laws. Now, for example, most people in the UK do 50-50, or they say, oh, I'm going to do 50-50 with my husband, or husband do 50-50 with my wife, which was the thing that men said, oh, men is to provide, protect. Protect from who? Who are you protecting women and children from? Men, said men. So when now there's an issue in the UK where two gay men adopted a child and maltreated the child to death. Now people might think, oh, feminism just speaks about women. No, it speaks about the woman and the child. Women, I think, extreme. And are they extreme women? Yes. There are extreme women who take things to the extreme. So there are men who take things to the extreme. But you now want to say that feminism is a gender war. I think that's the problem we see. Why I say women started voting which year? Yeah. Women started having bank accounts which year? Women started going to school which year? So when you pick that feminism, it's a fight against men, it is not. It's a fight against the thing that holds women.
Yeah, what's up? Can you guys hear me now?
Chinasa, what was the reason why women could not vote? What was the reason why women could not have bank accounts?
Because women were seen as
can you tell me the reason?
women were seen as because women were seen as.
You say which country is this talking about?
I'll give you an example. There's a lady.
You think, but that's the reason that.
Yes, there's a lady poet. She's an Italian lawyer. She was the first lawyer in Italy. She went to school just as a man. She did everything else, but she was stopped from practicing as a lawyer just because she was a woman. These ages ago, they told her bluntly in her face.
Now for the.
Can you hear me? Guys, can you hear me in the comment section?
For the voting and for the bank accounting, right? It's not because
it's very
women were seen as lower class. That was why women were not allowed to vote.
Yeah, if we can get to our original. So I think they can hear us now. Godson says you can hear. Comment section. Can you guys? Dan, Alpha now. Welcome in, brother. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. So I think we can, get back to...
It was because the requirement for voting, right? Women could not have it, and a lot of men too could not have it. So it's not because they were women or they were second class, seen as second class. Even though yes, they were second class.
Which
but
men
that's not the reason why they could not vote. Men that could not go to war could not have it. Men that could not afford to get landed property could not have it. Men that do not have stake in the society could not have the right to vote.
Yes, it was a fight. See, wait. I'm not speaking against men, but
what's up, Blazing Show? How you doing, man?
But that patriarchal system fights against men who are not able to
a country.
Achieve some certain levels.
No, I'm reading the comments.
Things.
So I think
so if you're not financially stable, if you're seen as immanual, if you look feminine as a man,
guys, sorry,
against you as a man.
Tinaza. Can you hear me, Tinaza?
Yes.
Yeah. So we want to get back to our podcast setup, right? Where we're talking and then
lower than Stoner's voice.
Guys, we want to go back to the podcast. Can you hear me now? Is it okay? So right now we'll be talking. So we'll be talking. We like if you have like questions. It's supposed to be interactive, quite alright. But every time we bring women, for some reason, they like to shift the goalposts from point A to point B. So Chinaza, are you still
So
here?
I'll call him.
Sorry.
Yes.
It's their nature now. What do you expect?
So right now we'll just talk. We'll be asking questions back and forth. If you want to ask questions,
Yes.
not because we give women permission to speak over here. Please feel free to ask. All right, feel free to ask. But like we don't want to like who is this guy? Dan Ifedi. So yeah. So the topic today is understanding women of today, right? Because the women of today are far different from what our
Yes.
mothers used to be, right?
If you move this on the
I
screen,
agree.
let me see.
So remove this. So now can we ask? Sorry, Chinaza, what do you think men don't understand about women? I'm coming for a bit. What do you think men don't understand about women? Like, and please be brief. Before like.
I
get
think
back
men
to you.
want women who are like their mothers.
Okay, and
Subservient. What's the word?
Subservient.
submissive.
Yes.
So is there anything bad in wanting
and-
submissive wives or submissive virgins?
Nah, you're going far. You're no virgin.
That virgin.
I know that I'm going far.
So wait, is she better than her
Submissive
mom?
wives.
Okay,
I'm not
wait,
against being a
Chinaza,
submissive
a
wife.
question for you. Hold on, Chinaza, a question for you. Sorry. What's the question?
Wait, Chinaza, you said
No,
they
that was
want
not the
women
question.
who
That
are
was not the
like their
question.
mom.
You did not answer the question.
Okay, no, don't worry. Now he's asking another question. Go ahead.
So Chinaza, you say men want women who are like their mom, right?
Yes.
Do you think you're better than our mothers?
No. But
Okay,
the
so why
society
shouldn't
where
I
your
want
mother
the one?
was
Hold
and
on.
now is different.
If you don't agree that you're better than our mothers, why shouldn't I want better? Why should I want what's better?
Nobody's telling you not to want what's better. What I'm saying
Okay.
is the society when your mother got married is different from the society now your mother got married.
Okay.
So economy was not the same thing then when your mother got married. Now it's harder for you to have money just as a man on your own. So when you now want a woman to come in and do as the same thing as your mother did, it's different because the economics does not even make
Okay,
you
hold
work.
on. Chinaza, what were those things our mothers did that we are now expecting these women of today to do?
To keep quiet whenever things, even though anything is going wrong.
Is that
To
what
ha-
your
for
mother
to
told
have
you
the
happened? Is that what you think happened with our mothers?
It's the one we saw with our mothers.
That's what you saw with your mother?
Oh, please don't specify. My own mother, my own parents' marriage is a different breed of our
So
older
whose
parents'
parents experience that now? Because now when I challenge you, now your own is different. You see, the point is
You
this,
can't
right?
see it because you're a man.
So what I'm
If you
saying here
grew
is
up
this,
in a
right?
place- Okay,
Listen, what I'm saying
sorry.
here is this. You have this picture in your head that our mothers were subjugated, they were oppressed. And you have told me here on this podcast that you saw your parents' marriage, they had a beautiful marriage.
Yes.
Where are those people that their mothers had a subjugated marriage? Because I haven't seen them. All they keep saying
You haven't
is
seen
our
them. Their
parents were
fathers
oppressed.
are dead.
They are what?
Wait, there are women. Husbands had final say, even if they were making wrong choices. There were women where their husbands cheated on them, brought women to the house. I had
So
a
do men
colleague
not
that
cheat?
have-
Has cheating stopped in this our generation?
It hasn't stopped. The difference now is that the women now say, I do not want to tolerate a cheating man.
Okay.
So what?
Not
So when
slightly.
they don't want to tolerate, what did they go to? Back to the streets?
Wait, Ahmed that got married just now. What happened?
Oh my God, cheating is even worse now. Now that they have the choice, cheating is even worse.
They
These
always
women
had
don't
the
even-
choice. Men always had the choice.
It makes it easy.
Oh my God. It hasn't
Chinaza,
stopped.
the truth is that
Chinaza,
feminism,
it has
right,
not stopped just
in
because you have
totality
choice.
has made this cheating thing
You thought it was not easy
even
before.
more easier than
Thank
before.
you, Dan.
It was not
Chinaza,
easy
let
as
me ask
now.
you something. Do you think cheating is not even is even tolerated more now? Because now the average girl will tolerate a guy cheat on her even because he's rich. So what are you saying? Your choice hasn't changed anything.
Okay, now you put a clause. The woman will accept cheating from a man if he's rich.
Yeah.
So
Now it's same thing I went back to say that the society still fails men that do not have money. Because now you're not saying that I should accept cheating from a
The
man.
men that fail in society, not the
Let's
Whatever
get back to our
society.
podcast.
you
I
say you
beg.
are
This
not
is a
doing
distraction. This is a distraction, man. They can.
I know.
Are you here?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, so we want to get back to it. So with all due respect, so
Please.
you're good,
Let me
right? All right, so
Yes.
let's get back to when the world where men and men understood conversations. So, guy, back to it. So yeah, we're talking about what men don't understand. So please feel free to ask questions though, but do not just like cut off everybody. Respect here. So, what does the men don't understand about women? What does the men don't
Men
understand?
don't
about
understand women who think that our parents were oppressed, even though they were not.
women? Okay, why is this?
I mean, just like her examples, our mothers were told to shut up and not say anything. So she was trying to paint a picture that our mothers tolerated nonsense.
Okay.
I'm saying, even in this generation where you are educated and you have choice, you are tolerating more nonsense than that generation.
And what do they term as nonsense?
Huh?
What do you think they term as nonsense?
What do
What do you think women call nonsense?
cheating now?
Cheating. Okay.
That's what they.
Crazy part that a lot of them came out of cheating.
And cheating has not even reduced; it has even increased. So again, what they don't understand is this. Let me paint a picture that Chinaza may not even know, right?
Okay.
And this is the problem with feminism. Feminism preaches female liberation, right? Sexual liberation, right? But what that is also doing is, on the long term, is putting men at an advantage, because the average guy can now have sex with multiple women. Before, it used to be the strongest of men
Yeah.
that have that leverage. But now the average guy can have sex with just multiple women because these women want to go and explore.
Are you familiar with the idea of the Isaiah prophecy?
Yeah.
So it's like feminists are bringing about the what do you call it? The Isaiah prophecy. That when
Yeah.
the time is right, 7 women
We'll beg
cling
one
onto
man
one
now.
man.
Yes, now waiting to happen with that now. That's why you see a lot of them becoming.
Come on, I agree the house.
You
Good
see?
afternoon, my people.
Wait, sorry, so it was like interactive with you.
Yeah, okay.
So what do you
Good
say, Orange?
afternoon. Yeah, what I'm saying is this, yeah.
Yep.
I want you to help us break this thing. I don't know, I keep echoing. Let me turn off my mic and turn it back on.
We
Well,
can
just
hear
go ahead
you.
because we are good here. Just go ahead. Is he echoing there?
All right,
You're,
all right.
you're
all right.
echoing to
The
us, so
thing
just
is
manage
this,
your
yeah.
own audio. So guys, confirm, is it echoing to you guys too? But I guess to us it's good, yeah.
Yeah.
It's echoing this way.
Oh, is it Chinaza? Are we echoing?
Yes, it's echoing to me.
Uh,
Sorry?
Like you guys are not echoing,
ask
but
your
when we
question.
speak,
Godson says it's clear.
we're echoing.
Perfect here. Dan says it's perfect now. Godson says it's
Must be a
clear on his side.
technical issue
So I
from
think
your
it's their
end,
network.
please. Check it out.
Chinaza, I have a question for you, Chinaza. Now, me and you that are in 2026, right? Can you hear me,
Yes.
Chinaza? Can she hear me?
Stone,
Yes, I
how
can
far
hear
now?
you.
Okay, so Chinaza, let me even grant that our ancestors oppressed the women back in the day, yeah? Let me grant that. Let me also accept that our ancestors were these apex predators, these authoritative men that didn't let
That
women
one a lie
speak.
now, that one a
and
lie, not be
no,
true.
no, wait, I'm going somewhere. I'm saying let me accept. I'm granting that, yes, that's what
When did we
happened.
get the time? When we
Wait.
were
Bro, hold on now.
slavery?
Bro, hold on. I'm going somewhere with this analogy, yeah? Let's just, for the sake of argument, let's just accept, right, that that's what happened. Now that we're in 2026, Chinaza, that me and you have the same rights. There's not a right I have that you don't have. That you're not oppressed, that you have choice, you have education, you can vote, you have voting right and all of that. Now that we're in 2026, Chinaza, what do I have to do with what happened back in the day? What do I need to do to fix it? And why do I have to be involved with that? And why do you still have the need to talk about it or fight for it? When me and you now have the same right and you have all that privilege now, what is the actual reason to still keep talking about this?
There's no need to talking about it. Or if you stop saying things like the women of these days are not like our mothers. If you want to let the past go and live in your reality now, live in your reality now and don't say women now don't behave like our mothers. They are not respectful. They are not, what do they say? If you want to live now and see how things are. If you meet a woman, ask her how she is, what she wants. Live your
Chinaza,
reality
feminism,
now.
Chinaza, feminism has
I
one.
just have to say.
See, what I'm saying is, you guys have all the rights now. Don't you think it's time to tell feminism, oh yeah, wrap it up. You have all the right now. There's nothing else to fight for. Don't you think it's time to scrap
No.
it? Okay. So
Do you know
what's
that if a husband beats his wife now and he goes to the police station, it's it's not amended in the constitution. If a husband beats his wife, it's seen as there's a word they call it. It's like you are sorry, I'm trying to remember the word. It's like you are training your wife.
You mean infantilization?
Is it infantilization? It's called. I don't know what it's called. Sorry. It is not amended. Even like if it does not have like a serious beating, like just like a certain level, it's not seen as a bad thing in the Nigerian constitution. Do you know that?
Chinaza, let me
So
flip
if
the
you-
question. If you
That is
slap me
very
now,
Chinaza,
big
the
if you
talk
slap
is
me now in
wrong.
public,
Chinaza,
is
the
it
talk
is that
wrong.
isn't
Like,
it?
even if two men fight, even if two men fight and you go police station, for the reason for the fight, they will arrest you. It could be man and woman. Even the area people that sees that thing, and they will fuck that man up. Leave all this talk. That's a very big lie. That
My
these
own
feminists
question
are
is this,
pushing.
Stone. My own question be this. You know, hard. My question not go far. See, I don't understand the reason why women actually would leave a man who will tell them, "Come, I am not monogamous. This is exactly what time it is. I'm going to have multiple wives." Man, for a man who will lie and say, "I am a monogamist," and will still go and cheat. Now, the polygamous man would not go and cheat because marrying a wife and being and being monogamous, they are two different things. When as a polygamous man, all you have to do is marry as many wives as you want to. You don't have to dip yourself. But these people will categorically pick the monogamous lying man over
Is it better
the
now?
polygamous man who tells the truth.
Orange.
Please, I need to correct myself about that.
So
It's
Orange.
called the penal code allows a man to physically
I think
correct
when
his
you
wife
remove this thing from the screen, that
if it
problem
doesn't cause
starts.
serious harm.
Yeah.
Maybe you should just leave it on the screen.
Wait, hold on. Can you guys hear me? Orange, can you hear me? Should be up now. Orange.
Yes, I can hear you, my brother. But the thing
Yeah.
is,
Still echoing.
we just keep echoing on this side. I think it's a sound problem.
Yeah, I know, but TikTok audio is just crazy because other people is going for other
I
people.
think
Even
you
you
should
too, you
just
sound
what you
very,
should have
very
done
far
is
from the
just
mic.
make it.
What do you say?
You sound very far from the mic.
Okay, so hold on. So Orange, quick one. I'll work on the volume now. Have you noticed that women will see a guy who is not capable of cheating, but would never date that guy, and instead go for
they
the
don't go
guy?
try 'em.
Sorry.
That's it. They no go try him.
They go for the guy who they know was already cheating. Then they try to change him. It's like they're saying that women want love from rich men and want money from broke men.
They want a relationship. They will never be with you if other women don't want you.
Is that in your offline? So yeah, very, very true. So Chinaza, what do you think?
But is that a woman thing? Because I see men who want women.
Okay,
Okay,
baddies,
don't worry, Chinaza, don't
hot
worry. Is that the
baddies,
one thing?
Christian baddies.
It's
Christian
not the same
baddies.
thing. It's not even. It's
Oh.
not
Don't
the
worry.
same
So don't worry. So hold on, guys.
Okay.
Guys, hold on. Sorry. So let's just continue the conversation. If you have questions for Stoner, you can ask him based on what you have. But like, we'll just get back to it, right? So this statement that says "Don't take women serious." How do you take that statement?
I mean, isn't this a quintessential example?
Serious, you'll get problem.
It is. What am I supposed to take from that conversation? That women were oppressed when I know they were not. That women, if you beat
Stoner,
them,
your
there's
mic
no-
is down, bro.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
You guys should help check it out. Check the
No,
audio.
check. What about now?
How is it now?
It's better. It's way better now.
It's way
Alright,
better now.
Okay.
Okay, so your question is that phrase of "don't take a woman seriously." What do I think? I mean, like I said, this right here is a quintessential example. What am I taking away from this 5 minutes interaction? Am I taking away the fact that she's claiming women are oppressed, which I know they were not? Am I taking away the fact that if you beat a woman as a man, that it's not somewhere in the constitution or what, which even if you beat woman is not there, we just use our morality to judge things? What am I taking away? Nothing. So this is why I naturally do not take a lot of them seriously, because when you just need to have a conversation with them and you see that sometimes they don't even believe the shit they say. They just say it because they just
Ouch.
want to have this mindset of I am a feminist. I have this mindset of women were oppressed, so now I'm fighting. You're not even. Who are you fighting for? Like
who
women
is-
have all the right I have. What are you fighting?
Who exactly are they fighting?
Yeah. Why do we even still fight?
Stoner, I think I can actually come in there. If for 400 years, for over 400 years, the black race was actually subjugated, we were enslaved. So when did we have the time to oppress these women?
Mind you, we were
Mind
colonized.
you,
We were colonized by Britain, ruled by a
women
queen.
got married more during slavery more than now.
Hmm.
African women got married even more.
Besides
during
that,
slavery,
besides
even more than
that,
now.
besides that, women have had almost 70 something years since they won the right to go into
You mean
workspace.
African women, right? Because let's not say women. African, let's put in quote African women.
Okay.
So, women have had well over 65 to 70 years since they won the right to go into workspaces, right?
All right.
Where is the invention? They
Bro.
would say they had late starts, but
Nil.
you've had this amount of. It could take only 5 years for a guy to invent something now. Do you understand?
A big example is the AI.
The problem is that they are not wanting to go into the STEM industry. If you look at the top 3 to 5 jobs that women do, it's still the administrative jobs, healthcare, nursing,
Or something sexualized.
all those type of things. And if you look at the top 5 jobs that men do, that men heavily dominate, is those STEM type of jobs. So again, even if you give them 1 million years, the result will be the same. It wouldn't matter how long they have; it will be the same.
That makes no sense. That makes no sense.
What the
Bushido.
fuck are
Okay.
you talking about?
No, hold on. No. Over here, we give
Calm down,
room.
Orange. Obviously, have some self-control, bro.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yo, man, I'm
Yeah, so it's very
self-control,
simple. It's very simple. There's a difference between legislative law and then also the likes of social customs and norms that are detrimental.
Where are you
to
from,
the
bro? Where are you from?
No, wait, no,
I'm
hold
from
on.
I'm from Anambra State, Nigeria. That's where I'm from. So,
Are you in Anambra right now?
no, I'm not in Anambra right now.
Orange
So there's a
now.
difference-
Orange, let
there's a
him
difference
speak.
between-
Like, sorry, Orange. He's
No,
supposed to be cautioning like the guest. It's not supposed to be like
He's supposed
go
to
back. Yeah.
question. Saying,
Yeah, so
what's
it's supposed to
your
be back and
question
forth
for me,
between-
sir?
Yeah. So Bushido.
I want to have an idea of who.
No,
who's
orange.
speaking.
You
a
have to let him
difference
just finish. Let's hear him first.
You let him. Well, this is a podcast session. We just went live on podcast. It's not that is an actual panel.
like TikTok normal kind of life.
You
No,
get?
it's not like so. It's
I have
different.
limited time. I'll soon be leaving now and going home. You get?
Yeah, so it's different from all these.
Naturally, the questions were supposed to come from comment section, but we
Yeah.
wanted to give people the chance to still speak.
Right. So
All right. Shout out to you guys.
So no, Bushido, what do you want to say about the legislative / social construct?
There's a difference between legislative law and then also social traditional customs. The social traditional customs don't benefit women in Africa. When we talk about FGM normalities, asset control, despite the woman making money within the household, typically her assets still go to the likes of the men, right? Or like when we have sexual compliance traditions. When we have sexual compliance traditions, the woman must comply sexually to the likes of the men. And that's another way in which it doesn't necessarily benefit the likes of women. Then you have patriarchal standings within society that despite a man could be wrong, but because he might have money, because he might have power, typically now that woman will now be oppressed under him, and her situation or her predicament won't be taken as serious anymore, and so she's now in harm's way. These are the types of things that need to be disbanded within African society, and that is a fact.
How has
I
any
don't
of that
understand.
affected the society?
Pardon?
How has any of what you said affected society moving forward?
It's affected women.
How?
It has affected women.
How?
What do you mean by how?
Yeah, tell me how. How has it affected women?
I just explained to you how all
Let-
of these things.
Can I give you an easy breakdown? I had a lady who was working and she was earning her money. Speaking about the financial,
They are going to give me one example of one auntie. It's not a this is the issue I
I'm
have.
not giving you.
You're
I'm
going
not
to give me
speaking
what?
from
That's just
my
like when we talk
experience.
about
It is
abortion.
not
They'll tell
my
you about
experience.
1% of grape case.
So so what do you expect from her? So
What
that-
does it benefit? How does this whole thing you guys are mentioning, how does it move society forward? That's what we should be concerned about. If this
Yeah,
doesn't move
so-
society forward, then all of this is not a conversation.
Okay, firstly, if women are also working as well, and they have control of their own assets,
They
it's
are
going to be able
working. What part of Nigeria do you live? Women work.
if women are working and have control of the likes of their own assets, guys, we cannot lie to ourselves and act.
She does.
No,
I have three
no.
sisters. They work and they have control of their assets.
Hold on, let's be concrete.
Who is stopping them?
Chinaza, are you
We
based in
cannot lie.
Nigeria?
Please,
Hold on.
guys.
Chinaza, are you based in
I think
Nigeria?
una don't see why they ask her the question when they ask her earlier.
No, I'm asking Chinaza, the lady here. Does she live in Nigeria?
No.
Okay, so now, perfect. We want better, right?
I have one question for was it
Bushido.
Bushido. Show me one successful woman in Nigeria that doesn't have access to her, that doesn't have control to her assets. Show me one.
That even that
How many
definition.
successful
No, can you
women?
show me one?
Do you get?
There are so many successful women here in Nigeria.
Wait,
What the fuck are you?
wait, please.
How
What?
many?
He said how many women are successful? Just because you're not, don't mean there are not a lot of successful women.
How
That's
many?
a very, very funny question.
That's how many women are successful. Is that crazy in this generation?
I think
Women make money off
Almost
YouTube
divided
every
into
day.
50-50
This is
men
crazy.
and women.
I think it
How
This
depends
is
many-
why I
how
don't
many
generally
women
just
compared
bother
to the
having conversations.
population of men?
Oh.
It's what does it move society? This type of conversation don't
How
move
does it
society
move
forward.
society?
Asking me how many women
Okay.
make money? Billions.
What?
Let me give you an
Chinaza,
example. Do you know
at this
women that have
moment-
been
This
stopped
is
from
crazy.
renting
That's why
houses
we should
because
just
they are
focus
not
on-
married?
So guys, I feel like at this point, man.
It's a lot of your Nollywood actors that are successful, that are rich. You're talking about how many? There's a lot of YouTubers that are rich. Talking
Wait,
about
do
how
you
many
think that these are-
billions?
Do you think that these are the average? Do you think that these are the average like people, women in Nigerian society? I mean, come on. Do you know how many people are in society?
Bushido, between men and women, do we have more successful women today than more successful men, or do we have it the other way around today?
Well, in
We
the
have more
world,
successful women.
No, wait,
we
let him
don't.
answer. In Nigeria today,
No,
do
we
we have
don't.
more successful men or more successful women?
you have more successful men in Nigeria than you have successful.
You don't
That
even
is
know
a
your
fact.
stats. We have more successful
That's
women in Nigeria today.
That is not true.
Where just
Go and do your findings, bro.
Can pull out stats?
Go and do your findings. Women are becoming
That's
who's
right.
more into education. Women are becoming more successful these days.
Hold on, becoming more successful doesn't mean that in 2026 women are more successful than the likes of men. That's not
No,
true.
so what I'm saying is this: if you look at the number of women that are more successful now compared to number of men that are more successful, I'm not talking about the wealthiest person. Of course, the wealthiest person in Nigeria is a male, right? But if you look at the people who are becoming more and more successful in today's generation, is the women, and they are even more in educational system than men. I don't
They are
know
more in
what
education,
law you're
not
saying
more
doesn't favor
successful.
women, but in 2026, women have more privilege than me, than an average man.
So this is something that we typically see as well. So in the West, women have more educational prowess, but they are not more successful. It's the same thing that's happening in Nigeria. They might have more education, but typically that man is going to get hired before that woman. It's a fact. I don't know what we're trying to allude to here. There's a reason as to why feminism came into fruition, and it's because of the patriarchal power that men have. And I don't have an issue per se with the patriarchy, but what we have to be honest with ourselves. Come on, men have had the power, men continue to go and have the power, and women just want to stake in that. I don't see an issue with that.
And that's how it should be. I don't even see it any other way. If you feel anything other than that, it's a societal collapse. Look at the countries that are progressing. Somebody used Japan as example. They are going into population extinction. So I can't think of any other way. If you know any other way that is better than this, maybe you can suggest that and how that hopes to work out in the near future. I mean, this idea of women have all the right I do, simple as that. In 2026, there's not a right I have that a woman, that Chinazat doesn't have. Simple as that. I shouldn't be
Let me give you an
responsible for
example.
what she says my Asian father did to my Asian mother. That's not my business. Me
Let me
and you
ask you a
today,
question.
we are
Have
in
you
this
ever
world
looked-
today. We are struggling together. We are suffering Tinubu's economy together. But
I
we're
ask you a
having
question?
conversation about oppression. What's my business with that?
Can I ask you a question?
Sure,
Are you married?
of course, happily.
Okay. Before getting married, did you rent a house on your own?
Yes.
Were you ever stopped from renting a house just because you are not married?
Yes. I also had that stereotype. They looked at me like a Yahoo boy. So yes, no, it's not only women that have that issue. Men do.
But the stereotype was that you were looked at as a Yahoo boy.
I know where you're going. The point is, as a single guy, do I have the privilege to rent a house compared to a single woman that doesn't have the privilege? The truth is, there are properties you want to rent. Whether you are a male or female,
Truth is-
you will get certain
couldn't
stereotype.
hear.
I was stereotyped too
Yes,
because they
yes,
looked at me like a Yahoo boy and they didn't give me property. But then I went to another landlord and he gave me. Same way, some women will be stereotyped by some people and say, no, I don't want a single girl. But if they go to another landlord, they will get it. Simple as that. Anything you're trying to paint here, it doesn't justify the fact that I have more right than you.
But you were stereotyped because you were looked at as a Yahoo boy. A woman is stereotyped because she's seen as a whore.
You don't know that. You don't know the reasons. How can you say
Oh.
that for sure?
Yes,
You don't know
how
that.
can I believe
It's the
you?
same way. The same way they stereotype women as war is the same way they stereotype guys as Yahoo boys. Both of them are bad.
I had a job, a good job.
Don't run away from what I just said. Both of them are bad. Me being stereotyped as a Yahoo boy when I'm not, is that not bad?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't know what you're
now,
talking about.
That the woman, that the landlord stereotyped you for being a Yahoo boy. How did it make you feel bad? If you
Yes,
have the
it ma-
opportunity to now speak to say, yes, I'm not a Yahoo boy. It is unfair for you to stereotype a man for saying that he is a Yahoo boy. Is that
African
wrong?
man.
Mama, that's life for you. Life, see, people, everybody
Oh,
cannot
that's
be
life
you.
for you.
Yes, everyone cannot be nice. Everyone cannot be
It happens
wicked.
to you, it happens to me too.
You must.
But we want a society that is better.
You cannot
we
have
want
it.
to address-
You will always have bad eggs.
cannot
You
have-
cannot have a society where everybody is good. You can't.
Okay, let me give you an example. When I moved abroad and I wanted to
I
rent
don't
a-
think I don't think it's bad. I'm okay with that stereotype. I don't think that is bad. At some point, like, I should have freedom as a house owner. I should have freedom of choice as well. I can choose who I want to have as a tenant or not. You
Exactly.
cannot force me to take you because of
But they tell you the landlord get a right now.
Yes,
I should
now.
have right to choose a tenant or not.
But they see
If
they
I
see
don't
it
want
as oppression now.
a single woman, because if I don't want a single woman because different men will be touching my house and that poses risk to my house, I have right to for that. It's not oppression.
Exactly, done.
The same thing if I don't want somebody I perceive as a Yahoo boy. I have brothers. I'm the one that shorted them. I'm the one that actually rented where they're staying. They give me the money to pay for them. Why? Because I was able to demonstrate that I work in an established place and I'm a married man. So for that reason, the landlord saw that, okay, this one is stable, then he gave me the house. Then I said, okay, you guys come and live here.
Yeah. So I don't know
But
her
what you want
point.
the man to do is somebody that cannot demonstrate stability. You want the person to, be a good man, give him house. I know my brother, he's not one of those guys. And what of the one that is? What of those armed robbers? What of those kidnappers? Then they come to the man's house, realize that this guy is a kidnapper and they demolish the house. This happens every day in Nigeria. But because we want him to be a nice guy, the stereotypes are good. They are from real life situations. I don't
They
have
want
issue
you
with
to
the
accept
man
everybody,
stereotyping you as a
accommodate
single
everybody in
woman.
your house. So Chinaza, I don't know the fight when I the fight.
I think they fight ghosts. They are fighting ghosts.
You can't know the fight.
You guys have no fights.
It's the
You
same
guys
way.
should
It's the
pack
same
it up.
way men that are broke are complaining and saying that
Men
they're
that are broke
shaming
are not
them.
complaining. They are working hard. We understand
They're
that
not
we have to work
complaining.
hard if we are broke.
They are working hard. Nigerian
Uh,
men who are broke are working hard.
That's the difference between us. When a man is broke, he knows he's broke. He will work hard. When a woman is broke, she thinks she's with the wrong guy.
Wallahi.
You guys should pack it up. There's nothing you guys are fighting for. You guys should wrap it up. This whole feminism thing is crazy. It's just a myth. It's a fallacy. There's nothing else you're fighting for. Nothing.
Especially to African women. Especially to
There's
African
nothing.
women. I can relate with you.
There's nothing you're fighting for. Wait till you fight for what you never get. You have right to vote. You have right to go to school. You have right to own your own property. You as you did, Chinaza,
Okay.
if you buy your property now, your own. Anybody they collect that from
Let me
you.
give you an example.
You
Let
keep
me give
giving
you-
examples
let
that
me-
don't add up.
No, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Have you ever been scared walking on the road that at night or early in the morning? Or
Yeah,
anytime?
the safety card. The safety card.
Wait, hold on. No,
I'm also not as safe. Again, we are going to go this night now. Me will be mad.
You are not safe from who?
It doesn't matter. They are bad
From
people.
criminal element, bad people.
Does it matter?
No, from bad people. So
Wait, Chinaza, are you saying that there are no
Let me
evil
answer her.
women?
Yes, my sister, yes.
Who are you?
Let me answer her because I think she wants direct answer. My sister waiting now. Yes, I am living somewhere. Wait. Let me explain now.
Okay.
Where I'm staying now, I pay 10 times more than I should pay ordinarily.
For security.
The reason I'm paying that is because of security.
From who?
If I move out of that estate, I will pay
That's what they're concerned about. From
Some terrible people, it
from the
doesn't matter.
predator, men.
you know what? Sorry. And this is what now I want to make a statement, and Chinaza. This is why women don't understand reality.
They don't.
I'll say this: men, right, are majority the bad people, but men are also the majority the protectors. Men cause
who?
problems, and men solve it.
From who?
Right? So now the question now is, what problems do women solve? So this is where I'll tell you that if you look at nature, most of the cause does come from the effects. I don't know if you get that part. Men commit the most crimes, still men that solve the crimes. What do women create, or what do they solve? Almost none.
We don't
Okay,
cause
they
problems.
create a lot,
don't
but solve
create-
none.
Don't create.
So the point is that your point is that
No, I'm trying
yes,
to analyze what
men
you said.
create.
Please
Hold
wait,
on.
wait.
Your point is
You
that
said-
men are the majority of the violent crimes. The violent crimes, because we're not even in a world where we need to be very everyone is falling. The violent crimes are majorly men. But who are the aggressive protectors? Chinaza?
Men.
Okay, so does that cancel each other out?
And where is the thank you we get?
So because men are protecting against the crime that men cause.
That bad men, okay.
Wait, let me. Chinas, are you
That
saying
bad
women
women
don't commit
because
crimes?
women,
Crime not
because
get
good
legal.
men,
Stone, I don't
because
agree
good
with what you
men
said.
protect against the crime bad men commit.
Okay, wait,
So now it
Chinaza,
makes
are you saying women don't commit crimes?
I'm not women commit. Okay, they said
Okay,
men
hold
commit
on,
90% of
Chinaza,
violent
hold on. Oh.
crimes. Women
You've
commit the
agreed,
remaining 10%.
Hold on. You've agreed that women also commit crime, Abi. Who will protect
Yes.
me from that crime by women?
Who will protect? No, wait. You have to.
You
What's
don't
the
want
percentage
thinker
of
like that.
crime?
So this one don't want thinker like that.
Wait,
So you don't have answer
okay,
now.
men. Let me answer your question. Men.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy they are thinking.
Okay, Chinaza, who will protect you from the woman that is violent?
Men.
Where is our thank you?
So let's say if we eradicate all the men now, will there still be violence?
But did they say eradicate all the men? Who's saying eradicate all the men?
No. We are just saying let's eradicate
Oh
all
yeah,
the
guys,
men now. Will there still be violence?
Chinaza. Who is consuming anything here? Chinaza. Okay, because they think it's a cop. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry. AI, behave yourself.
So anyway, the thing is this, yes, there are bad men, there are bad women. Although I can agree
course.
that men perpetuate violence to a higher degree as compared to women, but it doesn't take away the fact that human nature is wicked. There are wicked people that perpetrate crime, men and women, but men are overwhelmingly the one that step in
The
and call it
violence,
out.
yeah.
And
How many
you know,
percent?
it doesn't matter.
no,
It doesn't.
no.
It
It's
doesn't. When
that-
you start to do percents, you are taking away that. You are taking away the actual job that men do. That's the problem right there. When you start to appreciate the little things the little privilege you enjoy, that men today have built a world around you so that lions and bonobos and chimpanzees are not chasing you on the streets. Is it when you can't have little appreciation for those little things? That's why you question everything. And that's the problem. How do you think you walk on the street today, a lion is not chasing you? It wasn't so in the hunter-gathering era. But today you have the privilege to walk on the road that men built and maintain every other day. The same road that you're asking
Then
these
you open
questions
your mouth
now.
and say men
You're
are
asking
bad.
these questions now on the internet that
I appreciate men.
men invented.
I
No,
started
you
by
don't.
saying that
You don't appreciate because everything you've been saying is men.
No.
Who
But
commit the
I
crime?
started
Men.
by
Who are you
saying
protecting
that-
us from? Men. Where is the appreciation for the jobs that men do? You are speaking into
But I
this
started
microphone
by
today
saying-
that men have created. You're able to have this conversation because men made it possible for these technicalities to work.
I think. So, someone said something someday. Says,
Then you come on here chatting shit.
sorry, brother. Sorry. Someone said
Chatting.
men need to allow things to go to shit.
It will affect us. If
No.
not,
When
we
men
can't hear
allow
you
things to go
guys,
to
we can't
shit,
hear you guys.
it's still men that they will come in to solve the problem.
yeah, but by then it will be too much for us to deal with.
hear
That's
me.
what we're just trying to solve.
Stone, I wanted to say something. You know, every time they will say men commit the highest. Am I echoing? Because I'm echoing to myself.
We can hear you, Dan.
Yeah, bro, you're echoing. You echo bad.
I think it's the setup.
No, continue.
So, okay, so see the point there. The strongest people would do strongest thing to people that are weaker, whether you like it or not. The reason why it looks as if men commit the most violent crimes is because men biologically are stronger than women. But the propensity to do that same thing, women can do exactly just as men. How you know is check elderly people and children. Women are more violent and more abusive to them than men.
Yeah, because they have more.
Than
Yeah,
men.
because they are stronger than children.
Yes.
Where is your facts coming from?
Yeah, it's reality.
Because
Go and
women's
facts.
experience is everywhere.
You don't even know your facts.
Your experience.
If you check every elder, go check aging homes, check children. Women abuse them more physically.
And that's the facts.
The excuse that people give, it's not even an argument. The excuse you can give that I will understand is women spend more time with these people. Women are more nurturing, so they spend time with these people. But the fact that they do it is more, is there. You can give an excuse that because they spend more time with them, men really don't take care of children. So, yeah. Oh, what is happening? Can you hear me, Stona?
No, yeah, I can hear
Yes,
you, Dan.
can
Go
hear you.
ahead.
Okay, because the thing stopped echoing, so I was like, what is happening?
Yeah, we can't hear Stoner now. That's the problem now.
Yeah.
We can't hear Stoner.
You cannot hear
So
me.
the point,
Bro,
the
we
excuse that
cannot
people
hear
that
you,
have
bro. We can't hear you, bro.
the excuse that people that have this argument make is that it happens because women spend more time with children. So yes, obviously they will be the one that will commit more crime against them. Then also they are the ones that take care of the elderly.
Facts.
That's why. But the
Facts.
truth is, the propensity to commit crime to the people you're stronger than is high. It's, whether you like it or not. Even if a woman will slap a man, it will not count as a crime because she's seen as weaker. Well, if he reverses the case, it becomes a crime against the woman. The propensity for you to do the same thing that the man is doing is the same. But if the man does it because he's stronger than you, the effect of that becomes higher. If a man beats you, you wound. If you beat the man, chances that he will wound is less. That is why men don't report you, and then they see it that way. But that does not mean you don't do the same. You do the same thing. If you can
You know how
steal something and
many
get away
men
with it,
wey
you do the
you
same.
know how many men wey all these women don wear slap when they no fit go police station, wear the better slap. I mean, my front, they can't go to the police station.
When they go hospital, go steal people, children. They born children and sell it. They are doing a lot of atrocities. Anytime they have power, they can abuse. Just as bad as the bad man. A bad woman is just as bad as a
Yes,
bad
so
man.
yes, so yes, so yes, so.
I'm
Yes,
not
now
speaking
that's what it
against
is. Can you guys hear me now?
good people. I started this when I came. I say I grew up in a very happy
You can hear me
home, and
now.
that says my father is a very good man. I'm not speaking against good men. I speak wholly for good men. My father is a good man, and 100 days in my life, I would love to marry a man like
Their
my
father
father.
will always be the exception.
Their father and brothers will always be, and their sons will
No,
be different.
not my,
They are always the
not my
exceptions.
brothers. Not all my brothers. So
How
don't.
many brothers do you
I'm
have?
not giving two.
Forget that one. You can always argue with your brothers. Don't worry.
I'm not
Can
giving
you guys-
exemption for everybody.
Can you guys hear us now?
But
I
what
though?
I'm
can hear.
saying that
I can hear
the
myself.
fact that there are 90% of crimes and there are good men who still fight against the crimes doesn't mean that we should not say there are crimes not affected, there are crimes not done against women.
But Chinaza, that's why we apprehend those men, those bad men, and send them behind
China,
bars.
don't even let her run away from that. China's at the point, the reason why you're counting those things as crime is because men classify them as crimes.
Because
I'll give you a simple example. I'll give you a simple example. Grape, for example. Until recently, in fact, even now, the technicalities are still there. If me and you go out, we'll go and drink alcohol, we'll come back, and then we smack. If you go and report me that I raped you, it is grape. If I do the same thing, just as you, it's not grape. Because it is classified as penetration. I have to penetrate you for it to be grape. A lot of things that you do, and nobody classify them as anything. If you walk on the road and smack my bum bum, I say, hey, big boy, you smack my bum bum. Nothing happens.
Harassment.
It is not a
Things
crime.
like this year
If I
enjoys.
do the same thing, I've said you. Now, all these things are things that they pile up and say, men commit crime, men commit crime. But you do the same thing, but it's not classed as crime.
you did not say just crime, I said violent crime.
Without violence or everything, they slap men every day. When they slap men, when they beat men, nothing happens. If he does it to you, you class it as violence.
Oh.
Beating person
All
is
right,
not violent.
so guys. So brother, I'm sorry, Chinaza, and sorry, please, we have to just
Drop
briefly
me, please.
round up the conversation, and then from there we'll call it a day. But Chinaza, we get where you're coming from, and it's what it is, right? It's life. It's life. We didn't make the rules. We are adapting as things happen, right?
Yes.
And so far, the good men outnumber the bad men. Order would remain in society. Do you agree with that?
Yes, I agree.
All right, that's good. That's good. So, Stunner,
Yes,
if
sir.
you had to give advice for men towards women, what advice would it be?
To send them back to the kitchen. Okay, I'm playing. That's a rich bit.
All right.
I would say that, look, spend your time dialoguing with women who understand traditional values,
Okay.
who show some level of appreciation and acknowledgement
Okay.
for the things that you as a man have to do for yourself and for them. When you spend your time with women like that, right? Don't waste your time on women who play victim cards,
Okay.
That would be a waste of it. It would drain you. And you're a good man who's working on yourself to be a better person for yourself and to the society.
Right.
You don't want anything that will drain part of that energy,
Okay.
right? And the thing I can say for women is, men are not your enemies.
Okay.
Never have been, never will be. From the time of hunter-gathering era, there's nothing a man has done to show that he's your enemy. Everything he has done is to preserve his family. Go and hunt, kill lion because he wants to provide for the family. Go into agriculture and all that, farmland, born children so they can work to what? Provide for the family. Industrial era, go into workplaces and all that, go into politics and all that because they want to be able to what? Provide for the family. In modern era, build technology, all these things, because they want to have more leverages, more resources to what? Provide for the family. There's not a time in human civilization that men have ever been against women. But it's ironic when you hear women speak. They speak as though men have always oppressed them. Why do I still need you if I have oppressed you? Why am I still marrying you? Why do I marry the same thing I oppress? Like, make that make sense. Every day men are marrying here. Give 100 men 200 million naira today. 100 men will be married next week. Give 100 women 200 million naira. 100 women will be single. Because then they don't need men anymore. So if we're talking about systemic oppression, I don't want to make this another kind of hardcore, but I would say men are the ones who are oppressed by women.
Okay.
As a broke guy, life is not easy for you. And then the woman is not also, the woman is also mean on you. So you have it hard both ways. As a woman, if you don't have money, life can also shine. Life will also smile on you.
Yeah.
You can just sit in front of your house one early morning. You never bath, you never brush, you never even weave your hair. A rich man will still find you attractive and make you a queen. In a million years, a woman can never make a guy a king. Who is oppressed? The same society that men build, you have more privilege than me. Who is oppressed? I have to go through all this. I have to work, toil, through sweat, blood, and tears to give you the life you want, to treat you like a queen. And in return, what am I asking? Have you noticed that everything a man desires from a woman don't have a price tag on it? It costs nothing.
Costs nothing.
But everything a woman desires from a man costs a thing.
Even what they call the bare minimum.
It costs a thing. Yet, they are the ones that are oppressed. So you see that victim mindset? Men, this is my only advice to men. Before you select a spouse, make sure that you screen her, you vet her properly and scrutinize her on certain criteria. Number one, make sure she's not the type that has a victim mindset.
Important.
Very important. Number two, make sure she understands traditional values and traditional roles.
And values them.
Yes, and value them, right? And number three, make sure she has that alignment mindset with you. She's not thinking she was created for herself to come and pursue career, which career is a good thing, but she understands she was created for you as the man, and she wants to align her vision with your own vision.
With you.
I think so. This is where I'm coming for the guys. I see so many guys see a woman who is career driven and they try to convince her to be a traditional
Just
wife.
leave them, let them pursue career.
So that's the point is, you're as a guy, it's not your job to convince
It's not.
a woman. And even these days, women, the very thing that God created them for, giving birth, they don't want to give birth. It's not your job as a man to convince that woman to give birth.
That begs the question I asked earlier. If a woman says her ultimate purpose is not childbearing, tell me one thing that is greater in this life today than you as a woman being able to bear children. What is that thing, that purpose for you as a woman that is greater?
Let me play devil's advocate for a bit.
Yeah.
$1 billion.
It's still nowhere close to. So I've seen very wealthy women that are still miserable.
So with $1 billion, I can give out a lot of money. I can help the homeless. I can feed the poor. That to me is of a greater legacy than giving birth.
Greater legacy than giving birth. No. So the greater legacy will be to replicate your genes.
No, well, replicating my genes versus helping 1,000 people, which
you can do that. Helping 1,000 people will be icing on the cake. The cake itself is to replicate your gene. That's on the premise that society continues to move forward and humanity continues to be a thing.
Okay, so what that means is adopting a child will not be considered
a child that somebody else felt the need to replicate their gene, right? Okay, so that's the point. If everyone has the mindset of I don't want to have children, humanity would come to an extinction.
Okay.
So in order for the primary edit for human race is that women bear children.
Okay.
Yeah. For humanity to continue, for society to continue to move forward, for us to continue to have evolution, women need to bear children.
Okay. Fact.
Yeah. And if that is not the primary purpose for you, what can it then be? That's my question no woman has answered.
Okay. So then the question I'll ask, like a woman, is, so what is the primary purpose of men?
So men and women have two different purposes, but they have the same vision. And I'll put it like this. Now,
Alright.
I'll come from a very Christian worldview because I
Okay.
share Christian ethics. The purpose of man is to glorify God. God created man in his image to glorify him.
Okay.
The purpose of a woman is for the man.
Okay.
God created the woman for the man. But the vision is the same. The vision is so that the two of them can come into union, replicate their gene, and continue human existence. Simple. So if women say that's not their purpose, then what is?
Okay. So someone in the comments said, Beyonce has a child, Rihanna has a child, Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, the list goes on.
Yeah.
So I also think that these ideas,
With all
right,
their money, oh.
with all their money,
Exactly.
this is what you need to give birth,
Of course, yes.
right? This is what you need to have kids. And I'm like, do these women even realize that this idea, this modern day ideas, is just propaganda?
It is. So let me put it like this. And this is the bigger picture women don't see. The big picture is that all of this propaganda is to eliminate women, not men.
Okay.
It's to take women away from the equation. And I'll tell you how.
I'm serious. Go ahead.
The first thing they do is they remove the father from the equation. So the government replaces dads at home. The second thing they do is they incentivize the women and say, even though the dad is not at home, I got you covered. I'll give you all these benefits and all that so that you'll be comfortable being a single mother.
Okay.
The third thing they do is they blur the meaning of a woman. They blur the meaning of womanhood.
Okay.
That's how the West don't know what a woman is.
Yeah,
They
I
think-
mean that. Okay, go ahead. Sorry,
They
go
think
ahead.
that a woman is just a guy that can just come out and say, identify as a woman, and all of a sudden is a woman. So they blur the meaning of woman. That's the third thing. And the fourth thing they do is that they preach liberation, sexual liberation. So they tell you not to be that woman of virtue. They say you can go and open your legs to multiple guys and have that experience, such that you lose value in the process. And the fifth thing they do, which is what they've started doing, is that they create an artificial embryo, such that men can now get pregnant without women. So who are they deleting from this equation if you look at all of these things? Women.
In the long run.
But they don't understand because they are so gullible. They buy their emotions. They say, yeah, you have the right to decide whether your child stays or not. That's one way they buy into their emotions. But you don't realize that they are making you terminate your own offspring. Something that would naturally give you fulfillment. They want you to terminate it and become miserable. So you end up with a pet and you're now on antidepressants
More
and you're
profits.
single, lonely, and miserable. And now you're looking at the younger ones having kids and you're not happy, you're bitter.
They turn around to mislead the younger ones.
And now what they have now
Yes.
done is replace you with artificial embryo. Now they don't need you. Men can now get pregnant without women. So you see how they are slowly removing women from the equation, but women think that it's against men. It's not. Men will still stand strong in the grand scheme of things. Women will be wiped out from the equation. And that's what we don't want. For good men like us, we don't want it. We still want our women. I don't want no artificial embryo.
For real.
I want my woman.
So I remember I made a statement online when one man was talking about how women can freeze eggs. I said, I prefer bread from the oven than bread from the fridge.
Exactly.
They came for me for making such a statement, right? So it's So I think if you ask me, I think if men say enough is enough, all these things. will
If men
solve.
collectively come together today and say, you know what, we're taking away all the rights that women have, what could women really do about it? Nothing. Posters, protests on the streets.
So when,
okay.
when such statements are made, people say things like, "Oh, if they born you well, go and remove the rights." What we are saying is, if men come together, a typical example.
And we won't.
That's the point.
And this is the benevolence of men. Men would never do it.
Exactly.
So that's just to show women that men are actually quite benevolent. We won't do it. But let's assume we are these evil predators that they always describe us as. What if we did that? What can women really do?
No.
If I, for example now, if I tell my wife today that you're not leaving this house at all today, what can she really do?
She might say, okay. The family
If
should
I
say
take her phone off her, what can she really do?
she can scream for help.
Who will come and help her? Men?
More.
You see the point? Women
So,
don't
I think
understand that we are benevolent.
A typical example is Afghanistan.
Yeah, that's a typical example. Afghanistan. What are women really doing about it? Not a
Iran,
thing.
Iraq.
Not a damn thing.
So let's come back a bit, right?
Women in Nigeria are privileged. They don't even know.
Okay. Now let's talk about the manosphere, right? I believe you identify with the manosphere.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you wish you can change about what do you think you can change about the manosphere?
I would think I would change the. So in this manosphere, yeah, there are men who are practicing toxic masculinity, and I must admit, right, bro, I've met some guys, man. I've met some guys. I met guys that I will look at them, and if I hear them and I see the way they behave, I'll be like, bro, look, you can be masculine and not be this masculine. You understand?
Well, give me this masculine or this off. Or what do
You can't be, you can't be. I've seen men that would literally do what I just described now. Take the wife's phone off of her, tell her, you sit here, you're not No. Masculinity, that's not what masculinity is. Masculinity shines when it meets femininity. Masculinity is at its best when it meets a woman that understands it and knows how to complement it. So when you see that type of situation, you already know these two people are not compatible, right? This is just one man trying to subjugate the woman. So that's one thing I would change in the manosphere. Those men that think masculinity is about being toxic, or about being violent, or about being authoritative per se in every situation, that's not what it is. You can still be a soft, gentle, sweet guy, but you still have your masculinity intact, and women will still respect and submit to you.
You
Remember, like I said, you see when I walked, you see how I spoke to my wife and all that, right? I'm sweet, I'm gentle, but my wife still respects my authority. That's masculinity. I don't have to be, sure. No, you get it?
Be firm but not wicked.
Exactly.
So
women go and pick those other guys, and then they make it a collective standard of men.
So this is what I think about women and their quote on statistics, right? Honestly, you know they say the thing that will bless you will not really get your attention, right? As much as the thing that would almost end your life.
Yeah.
So they look at the negative instances and they blow it out.
Yeah.
Or proportion.
Yeah.
A typical example now is giving birth. Giving birth is the only thing that God gave to them, so they can have some kind of like use in life, and that is the primary purpose of them on earth, to give birth.
That's the question.
Hold on. We'll get to that. Put them on earth to give birth. I think I've lost my train of thought. What's my first statement along those lines?
So women are okay. If you remember your train of thought,
just go ahead. Just go ahead. How do you handle authority without control?
You must have control. So again, these two things, right? Is I would say be in control.
So what I think I'm hearing is that you're the authority there, but you don't have to see a need to brag about it. I'm the man of the house.
Yeah, of course.
But if you're the man of the house, you don't have to say it.
Yeah, so that's why I use the term be in control. If you're in control of your home, naturally you see that the authority just flows easily. You're delegating roles and all that type of thing, and there's no questions asked. And a woman who understands traditional values naturally understands that a man needs to be in control. In fact, such a woman wants the man to be in control. Such a woman wants the man to plan the dates, pick her up, bring her flowers, and all those type of things. Such a woman wants the man to even decide what they are eating. Such a woman wants a man that takes charge. Do you get? Before she thinks about a deflated tire, the man already fixed it. Before she thinks about a bad WC, plumbing is done. Electricity is available, right? And a woman wants such a man. So that's what it means to be in control, make decisions that is good for the family, right? Don't go and start gambling money away and you want that woman to submit. She doesn't trust.
So I think,
You know?
in essence, one thing I think we can both agree on is that for you to get a submissive woman, you have to be worth.
You have to have a track record of somebody who is trustworthy, somebody who has patterns of.
Track record means that you were already
You will
trustworthy.
show, you will show that they can trust you. You will show patterns of you being a good guardian and a good leader. You make good decisions. Your life is. If I look at your life, what does your life show me? What does it reflect? If you're a gambler and you're a drunk and you gamble all your money and you drink all your money away, that's definitely not a good example, right? What woman will submit to that? But I look at your life and I see that he has his shit together, good head on his shoulder, he has a good job, good income, he manages his finances well, he lives according to his means, he doesn't live extravagant lifestyle, it's not the type that tries to impress people, he's just his person, right? He makes decisions that are well informed. A woman would submit to that type of person. So again, submission starts from the man. I always say, if you don't like what you're getting, change what you're giving.
So why I'll give it to you here is because, like you said, for the first 4 years of your marriage, there were too many inconveniences.
Yeah.
When you now understood, and you had to change yourself, work on yourself, the results at first was not what you wanted, but over time, things began to change because a lot of guys, if you ask me, one thing I always tell guys is, guys, you can't change her. You can't. Forget that one. Try. Can you move away? Like, can you move away from her? And most guys can't leave.
Yeah.
But yes, they can't change themselves. So what?
Yeah.
So what do you want to do?
So they will just stay there and take whatever it is that they get.
You mentioned toxic masculinity, a term that I think is an issue. A term that I don't really agree with. So I think let's go back and forth on that idea of toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
I believe that masculinity itself is not toxic. Do you have people that are toxic and claim to be masculine?
Yeah.
Yes. But I don't believe that term shows that masculinity itself is toxic. That's what I strongly
That's why I
believe.
use toxic masculinity. So it will be men who are toxic that have masculinity.
Okay. I think that's just the best definition.
Yeah.
Men that are toxic
That,
and they have the masculine traits.
yeah.
Right? Because yet is like aggression, for example. I'm like, don't you know your security agents have to be aggressive? You cannot have polite security. Have you seen women arrest men?
No, yeah, of course. They suck at it. Men are naturally aggressive, but that's a biological inbuilt. And that's how we're able to fight off animals and all of that aggressive nature. Otherwise, I mean, think about a soft man. And something wants to come, a danger is coming to your family. How you want to have? You think a Bobrisky will be able to fight a lion? No, man. It doesn't work. So that's why men should always, that's why you need men in the home to train these children, especially the boy child. Me, I have a boy. I'm raising a warlord. I'm not actually raising no feminine boy. I'm raising a warlord. You get me? I'm going to go older.
Will he be vulnerable?
He's the guy. He will never be. I'm going to grow old and gray. My son is going to defend my honor, the honor and the legacy that I'm leaving behind.
Now, since you're a father, right? I know your child's age, so I shouldn't say it out there. So, do you think, because there's a new fathering method that rings a bell in my head, which is the fathers these days are competing for the son's love with the mom, right? So they begin to act like, let's not scold him, let's not tamper his emotions, let him be.
Fathers are doing that now? I don't know.
So, for example, I posted a video of a father telling the boy that, we have to run this run. Right? They were running. We have to complete this run. Yes, it will be painful, but when you get to the end of it, you will be grateful. As I posted the video, guys, that video blew up on Threads. 1 million people, 1 million impressions. Women say, this is toxic. This guy will grow up. He will unalive his wife. It's like.
So I don't think that fathers or even mothers, I don't think parents should compete for the love of their kids. It comes naturally. These things have phases, right? I'll give an example. So my first daughter, there was it. So when we
they're
when we-
competing with the mothers for the love
Yeah.
of the child. Yeah.
So my first daughter, when we first had her, at first it looked like she was a mommy's girl. Of course, those were her breastfeeding years, right? She bonded more with the mother. It looks like she was a mommy's girl. After a while, she switched. It then looked like she was daddy's girl, right? And then after a while again, she switched. It started looking like she was more of. So they have their moments, right? My youngest child now, my youngest daughter, there are times when I will walk into the room, you see the excitement of her wanting me to carry her. There are times the mom will walk into the room, it's the same, right? They have their moments. I don't think parents should be competing for the love of their children. They should do their best to be the example that their children draw from. So how do I show my child that this is what love is? Is by showing it to their mother and they learn from it. Children do what they see and say what they hear.
Yeah, they imitate.
They imitate. So I have to leave that example for them to see, not even by telling them or trying to compete for their love. It's just what I show them that they're going to grow to see. So they are seeing that mommy and daddy love each other. This is a peaceful home. We live happily here, and that's it. And when they grow up, they take that example to their own homes. And that's, like I said, my grandparents married. See, my grandma died, I think she was 101. My grandfather died 100 and something. They lived a good life. They were married for over 60, 70 something years. My parents have been married for over 40 some 50 years. As I speak to you, they are still happily married. I would do the same because I've come from a generational pattern that proved to me that family is ultimate. I don't come from a broken home like these other people that run around on TikTok saying men are oppressing these men. I don't come, and I can understand that is some people's experience. But as adults, you got to choose for yourself what you want. So what if you come from that?
Can be different.
Yes. So what if you come from that pattern? I've seen guys that grew up in Ajegunle, and they are prime examples today of success. So as an adult, you can't sit there and be blaming your past generation for the things that they didn't do or things that they didn't. You are here today. You have the opportunity. What are you doing to show that your own children that you can be better? Why are you not breaking the generational curse? Why are you still blaming everyone else but yourself for not taking responsibility as an adult? You get it?
Yeah, hold on. Is someone speaking there?
No.
Okay. I can hear. Hold on a bit. So, and do you think your kids, do you think your both genders will be raised the same way?
I mean, there will be time when there will be a little bit of favors here and there. Sometimes I favor.
So, for example, you guys travel to the village now, right? And obviously, things have to be put in order. So, someone's gonna buy fuel. The
boy will do the manly thing now. He will do the heavy. He will do the thing that require lifting and all that. The woman will.
Because the certain things like that's how they are socialized. Oh, you socialize kids by giving them roles. I'm like, roles are natural order of things.
Yeah. That's how it should be. I'll delegate as the father. I'll delegate roles, and I know that it's not roles to make them feel less than. No one is losing value. The boy has value, the girl has value, but I'm giving her roles because I understand their biological nature. I'm not going to tell the girl to go and carry a keg of water. The boy can do it.
Okay.
The girl can cook beautiful, get in the kitchen and make something beautiful. Right? There are roles. That's why we humans, I told you earlier, life no harder, and marriage is not difficult.
Okay.
It's just some people who don't understand the concept of marriage, that think that marriage is too complicated. It's not. By God's grace, I've survived 10 years, and I'm going to survive 50, 60 more years. You feel me? The same way I've
100%.
survived 10 years, I will continue to survive the other years to come. And it will even get better along the line, because as I grow, I learn more, I become wiser, smarter, and all of that. Do you get?
Fact. So, again, one thing I think, shout out to you, my bro.
Peace,
So,
man.
I mean, it's one thing I would say is that, Omo, I think I've lost my train of thought again. What the fuck is going on here?
I mean, I'm pretty sure we've exhausted all of the talking points here.
For real. But what again do you think guys can understand? Because one thing I believe, because I read a comment somewhere that said, women have the online. You see offline? That's where men.
Yeah.
So what can men? Because I believe that what advice you give to men in reality, or that make them realize that all this online talk is just talk.
So men should understand that they are still in charge. They are still the leaders of their homes. They are still, the ones who would lead by example, right? They should forget about all this online ranting. As a man, just work hard, right? And get your shit together so that when you start to create a family, your family will still have to rely on you to create that safety, that safe space, and that peace around the home, to give them that stability. Just understand that as a man, it's still on you. The role, the burden of performance has not been removed from you because of this online rant. It's still there.
Bro.
The societal expectation on you as a man is still there.
I just remember something that women still want men to carry the burden of performance without the authority.
Yeah. So they want you to lead them on their own terms. So I like to put it like this. Today, unfortunately, men work 10 times harder than their grandfathers did just to end up with 10 times worse than their grandmothers were.
Inflation.
And it's the irony of life.
So all this online is just cruel, to be very, very frank, because I've come across a few feminists who are submissive in real life. I mean, when I mean feminists, they're on X, they're on Twitter, they're on TikTok. Oh, what's coming up? God, you punish all men. You people are not leaders. You people are supposed to be followers. But behind the scenes, what's going on here?
Right.
They are cooking. So again, one thing I like is that, yes, in as much as they've made femininity look so stupid. Oh, women want men that are dumb. But again, I also believe that men's actions too play a role.
Yeah.
Because most men don't rise to the occasion. They want to stay where they are and believe that everyone should come and submit to them.
So with that, I like to put it like this. Is ignorance. Sometimes ignorance is not just lack of knowledge. It's a choice of comfort. That's what you just described. They are comfortable in that position they are. And sometimes you can look at it like complacency.
Okay.
They are very complacent. They don't want to move forward. They don't want to put in more effort. They don't want to do anything to elevate from where they currently are. And maybe because there's some woman somewhere pandering to them and encouraging them, saying, yes, you are the man. But if you knew as a man that you could achieve 10 times what you have now, you will strive to get there.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's just they've missed the plots and they can't see the finish line.
So comfort is a problem in men today.
Yeah.
So I have a thinking that men today think like women.
Huh?
Men today think like women.
They
So,
think
like women.
like women. Yeah. We have a lot of feminine men now. Yeah. Unfortunately.
So not just feminine men. No, when I mean feminine men, when I mean men thinking like women is this, for example. Is
you have to be
natural.
a feminine man to be thinking like women.
Well, I'm going somewhere now. It's natural for women to say, "Oh, it was not my fault. He got me pregnant." Auntie, did he force his way? No. Did he know about your period? No. But he made you pregnant. Okay, you made me do this. Now, if you don't look at men, right, especially modern men, you hear things like, "Oh, it's not my fault. My father was poor. The government is XYZ." So it's almost like they too are deferring their life choices to other people.
Most African children were born poor. And how do I know this? Because only about 5% of African men are rich. It tells, today, in today's society, 95% of African men don't make up to 500K and above every month, which means 95% of Nigerian male are broke.
And these are the same men that the women are putting pressure on. If you can't spend 200K on me.
Exactly. But because they don't know this for fact. They somehow, because they see some Yahoo boy lifestyle today, or they see the other Yahoo boy, they think that naturally men should naturally be wealthy. Because they see this guy that is ready to spend 300K on a fancy restaurant with them and all of that, right? And that has been a collective standard for men. But they don't understand that the average guy is out here struggling.
I don't think they understand what average means.
The average guy is out here struggling. The normal guy that does 9 to 5, he doesn't have no money. He's just barely having 3 square meal. But because you see one Yahoo boy that will just send you iPhone 17 Pro, suddenly your standard for men is that every man should be able to afford 17 Pro. But that's unrealistic.
it's like, and they begin to quote things like bare minimum. Like,
I've been on a panel before. A girl says provision is bare minimum. I said, what?
So what is above the bare minimum?
Something I have to work so hard to acquire to be able to give to somebody else can't be
For
bare minimum.
years.
For years. So men
Can I
have
ask
worked
a
40,
question?
50 years of their life. They're still not rich. And that's what somebody says is bare minimum.
And
But the minute I come out and say bearing children is bare minimum, all hell break loose.
But bearing children is exactly what they were designed for.
And that's exactly what is bare minimum.
It's like, in my opinion,
But-
I believe virginity is bare minimum.
It is. To be able to
Staying
keep
a
your
virgin
virginity.
as a woman is bare minimum.
It is. Absolutely.
But
If you
yet,
say provision is not bare minimum and childbirth is not bare minimum, but that is the roles for each other person, each person.
no. Hear us very well. Women say that a man providing is bare minimum, but in reality, right, it's not bare minimum. That guy had to work years for him to be able to provide, right? But a woman staying a virgin, right, is actually bare minimum. She doesn't have to put in effort for that. She doesn't have to go for decades and go and do a lot and sweat and probably get unalive in the process.
But that
And
comparison is not equal.
It doesn't have to be equal. They're just making you see.
Okay, you know what? Okay, explain to me how being a virgin is not bare minimum.
I'm not sure she's even arguing.
Being a
Is
virgin is not, I'm just saying comparing it to provision.
No,
of a man.
okay, you know what? Okay, sorry, my bad. Explain how providing for your.
Wait, first, does she think provision, men providing is bare minimum?
Is that what you think?
No.
Okay, so yeah, you have the floor. Let me hear you. Let's hear.
I not say provision is bare minimum. I feel providing is hard. I provide for myself. But what I'm just saying is that you saying childbirth is bare minimum. It's what I'm trying to correct. It is not bare minimum.
But it is, because that's what you're biologically wired to do.
But I can die while biologically doing it.
Yeah, but that percentage is very small. Again, that's you using the exception. Most
That
pregnancies.
percentage is very small.
Yes.
Maternal mortality in
Yes.
Nigeria
Go and
is
check
the
it.
highest in the world.
Check mortality.
Maternal mortality is the highest in Nigeria in the world.
Wait, again.
Do you know how many percentage of women die?
Yeah.
Hundreds of thousands.
No, it's not hundreds of thousands. Again.
Oh, I did that at a research topic. It's
Hold on.
hundreds of thousands of women.
Hold on. What is the percentage of women that die from childbirth compared to the what is the percentage in Nigeria? If you use Nigerian population, what is that percentage?
Let me bring the number exactly.
Most pregnancies are safe. All right? Contrary to what you guys try to make it look like.
Are you a labor and delivery doctor or nurse?
What does that matter? What does that matter? Huh? I'm an informed citizen of Nigeria.
You're informed by the level of what you know. I work in labor and delivery, and I'll tell you.
Yeah, but you don't
I've
work
seen
in
more
all
than
of the hospitals. You work in
working-
one. You work in one medical facility, right? One out of
just
1
one
billion.
medical facility a year. Do you know how many women have died in our medical facility?
How many? So do you have statistics of the death rate in that facility you work at?
I can't go to the facility, but my own word, I can't bring out. That is a.
But
Let me
you
bring
see how
maternal
you're proving my
mortality
point.
in
You don't have
Nigeria.
that stats.
But let's say in 10 women, how many will die in 10?
Yeah, from 10 women are pregnant and want to deliver. How many will die from it?
WHO, 75,000 women die in Nigeria from pregnancy and childbirth.
You said hundreds of thousands. Now all of a sudden it's 25,000.
No, but
75,000.
it depends on
75.
it depends on the percentage of people that actually try to give birth.
That is 29% of the world maternal mortality.
Yeah, of the world.
Nigeria alone. Of the world, Nigeria alone has 29% of it.
No,
They are saying
so
that
again,
29% of women in Nigeria die from pregnancy.
29% of the women that die from maternal mortality in the world come from Nigeria.
No, so again, let's stay in Nigeria first. Leave the world. What is the percentage of women that die from childbirth in Nigeria every year?
There's no percentage compared to the number of women, but there's 75,000, approximately 75,000 women die in Nigeria every year.
Okay, so look, 75,000 versus the population of Nigeria. So what's the population of Nigeria?
So half of, let's say there are about 100 million women. That's me overestimating. So 75,000 people dying because it's not compared to a large number makes it minute. Okay.
What did you say?
No, you're trying to get comparison.
Yeah,
How many women
so-
compared to?
Yeah, so listen, according to your stats, 75,000 death rates from childbirth. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah. So according to your stats, 75,000 people die from birth rate, right? And we have a population of 200 million. If I'm not mistaken, we have more, but let me use 200 million. If we use that population, you're telling me 0.03% of women die from childbirth. That's what I'm saying. It's not even up to 1%.
So because it's not 1%, it kills that is 75,000 women.
Let's put it this way. You know, I've checked. It is like 1 out of 100 women. So, for example, now, if you count 100, it means 99 survived. I mean, that's a very good one.
That's good.
There's a lot of things like that. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's a very good
Compared
rate.
to other
Yeah, a
Western
lot of things can kill.
countries.
See, it's
Do
not
you
about compared to Western
In
countries.
the UK, it's 1 in millions. Let me get my facts correct.
Statistics and see. Can you see this?
Yeah, but that's the UK. Nigeria does not have good healthcare system. But 1 in 100 is actually still good.
Global stats. Look at
If
the
you look
global
at-
stat on the screen. Can you see the screen, guys?
Yes.
Can you see what's there?
So I'll read it for you. Worldwide rates, right? It says the global maternity mortality ratio is roughly 223 deaths per 100,000 births. It means 223 deaths per 100,000 births. So it's significantly low. So again, you guys try to use the exceptions to make it look like it's not. Most pregnancies are safe. That's what we're saying. And it's bare minimum.
And that is the one that result to death. We did not talk about the ones that result to.
You see,
Kidney
when we give
diseases.
you, when we prove something to you, the way you magically shift goalposts and run to something else is amazing.
No, okay. Let me leave the other side. But you are diminishing the fact that 75,000 women, just because compared to the population of Nigeria, it's like saying men that die out of roadside accidents.
Chinaza,
So
the point is this, that most pregnancies are safe. That's the entire point we're trying to make.
Most pregnancies are not safe.
Statistics just prove that to you. What are you
The
arguing?
statistics prove the ones that lead to death. Statistics do not prove the ones that are safe. Oh Jesus! I need
Okay,
to.
so how do we get that figure?
Bros.
Yeah,
So
but
they are
I
saying
think 75,000 is a good number. A lot of this can kill you. I think it's not that bad.
I mean, we can make it lower. If our healthcare system is better, we can make it lower. Trust me.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
That's like, you know, when they say 1 out of 100, that's extremely low. I willingly take that risk on 100%.
And who it's not men that haven't reduced the problem.
I mean, they still don't appreciate it. They said doctors don't research on women's body. They do more for men, blah, blah, those things. They're not investing in women's health. Well, I guess will never be enough.
Hey, Coca. Coca.
Yep.
All right. So, what a quick one, right? What do you think?
I can't hear you very well, though.
No worry.
Your
No
voice
worry.
don't feed.
Okay, hold on. Take the mic to 35. What do you think men today don't understand about women?
Let me see. That they can very vindictive, I guess, and very judgmental, ruthless,
But they don't want to be judged.
no mercy. What?
Bro, women are ruthless. So
Ruthless, of course, now.
men don't understand how ruthless women are. So now there's something that guys have to realize that when men like us say things like women are ruthless, it's not out of
Your voice
spite.
is low. Hold on. Stone.
Can you hear me? When men say that women
no,
are
it's still-
ruthless, still low.
Yeah.
Okay, take it to 25. So can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's better.
So when men say things like women are ruthless, they think we are saying because of anger towards women. It's like, no, we're not angry towards women, right? It's just what it is. That
Yeah,
women
that's
that
the reality.
women sometimes their heads are in survival mode.
Always, not sometimes.
Okay, their heads are always in survival mode. So anything that feels like it's an attack to them, oh boy, they will cut it.
So you need to
Yeah.
understand that
But
it's
but I
called
guess
self-preservation.
the way women marks the whole ruthlessness with their beauty and stuff like that, and their look of innocence, that's why men fall for it. You get. So women will actually rub it on your face, and they'll disrespect you and call it a joke and tell you it's not that deep. They'll shame you and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
you say, okay,
So
it's a joke. Because they smite you.
Mr. Stoner here has an abbreviation sign: shame, insult, guilt, and the need to be right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, and he's like, oh,
Yeah.
women always have that sign going on for them at every
So
point.
I said that because I've debated, I debate a lot, right?
Yeah.
And whenever I debate women, I've been able to compress it down to those things because when I see the patterns, I figure that women love to use sign language when the argument doesn't go in their favor.
All right.
When you challenge their worldview and they can't back it up, then they start to use the sign language, which is shame, insult, guilt, and need to be right.
All right.
Right? They need to be right at all costs. So that's the sign language. But here's also what I've figured out when you're debating women. They use a lot of logical fallacies.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first one and the most popular one they use is the strawman fallacy. You can say something now and they will misrepresent that thing you say to make it easy for you to look like the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I can say that I think we should regulate education. And the woman will say, so you don't want our children to go to school. You see?
Mm-hmm.
They will misrepresent your arguments to make it look like you are advocating that you're the villain. So they always use that, right? And there's so many others that they use. They like to do appeal to ignorance. It's another one. So a woman will tell you that this is what it is just because she doesn't know that. So I can tell you now that there's a place where it doesn't rain at all. It never rains. She will argue, lie, it rains everywhere, but you don't know.
Okay.
So you're telling me that it can't be true because you don't know that that
they
truth
don't
can
want to
exist.
know.
Yeah.
And they don't want to know.
And then they also appeal to authority. So just because a public figure or a celebrity says this is white, you already believe it's white. So anybody that argues with you, you stand on the fact that it's white because an authority figure says.
You know this guy OG Milan?
No.
You don't know him?
No.
Okay, so what we say about these guys that pander to women, like all of their content, all the narrative is let's pander to women.
I know a guy like that, especially he's an American. They call him Yada Awakening. Oh, bro, if you watch that guy, you anger, eh?
Yeah, I know him.
You know Yada be frustrating.
Yeah.
Yada once sat on a panel and told the woman, date them all. The woman should date all the men. until one that is ready to step in and provide for her financially, that's the one she should pick. Do you get it?
And do they think this advice work in reality?
It works for him because he's rich. It works for his engagement.
Is he married?
Yes, he's married.
So was he okay when his wife
He went
had
to prison. He beat his wife and went to prison. The guy that perpetrated violence on his wife and went to jail for years, came back out again and married another woman, is the one that women are listening to his advice.
Because it sounds pleasing to their ears.
Meanwhile, that brother next door near your estate that has been married to Auntie Nkechi for 20 years, that you've never heard their quarrel once, you don't take marriage advice from him. Why? Because he's not popular, he's not rich, he doesn't have status. But the one that come online to show he has status, he has voice, but hasn't lived a good experience is the one you take advice from. And that is the problem with women in today's day and age.
Wow.
You take advice from people like Blessing CEO, Toke Makinwa, and all of that, but you want to talk to me that I have the lived experience. It doesn't work.
So somebody was talking about the online space and the advice that flies in the online space. He said, when men are giving advice, if the man is not rich or doesn't look rich, that his advice to men does not really hold waters, right? I think he was trying to explain that women can take advice from poor women. So I'm going somewhere. And I said, show me a popular content creator woman that has a large audience but teaches women how to keep men. You will not see. How to keep, not how to attract, though. Because how to attract is easy. Just walk around naked.
That one is dicey.
Oh, yeah?
I do know some women, but I don't know if they fall into the category of popular rich.
That's the point.
Yeah.
They don't go viral.
Yeah.
But the one that says, oh, shake your ass on the internet. Oh, be a slut. Bam, bang, bang. Woo!
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, that's it. No, the other way, yeah. I mean,
okay.
Yeah. So because keeping a man takes effort. You have to work. You have
to be intentional about it now.
Yes, it takes effort.
So they are usually not intentional with keeping a man. So women are more intentional about attracting a man than keeping a man.
All right.
A woman would spend all that time working on her outer beauty to attract 100 men, but she will not spend any time working on her inner beauty to keep one man.
That's why I said that the creators that go viral in the female space, they focus on just the shallow stuff.
They know that that's what women buy into. And all of this is just the bigger picture to divide women from men and remove them from the equation, like I explained earlier.
So I said women should stop advising women.
No, I think more women should advise women, but good advice, right? You know, I told you earlier that it was just last month my wife knew what feminism was.
So what does she do on the internet?
Huh?
What does she look at on the internet? Because I believe
doesn't care
the
about
algorithms have a role to play.
She doesn't care about internet.
No, I mean
her business.
No, to pass away time.
Yeah. So if you go to our algorithm now, the things you will see is children's wares, children's educational books. You see all these buba, all these big clothes that cover well, that women wear. Those are the things my wife look at. Inspirational things. If you go to her playlist on her phone, another way to know a woman that is level-headed, what's on her playlist? You will, Cardi B, all those things will never be on her playlist.
Okay.
Like she can't relate. Sometimes when she hears me speaking on panels, she says, "What are you guys talking about?" She can't relate.
So guys, I think another way of vetting your woman.
That's not to say my wife is the best. That's not to say to me she's the best. That's not to say that she doesn't have her flaws. But she's a woman who understands traditional values. She knows her functions. She plays it well. No complaints. She's not butting head with me. She's not competing with me. She's complimenting me.
I think that's where society begins to insult her for it.
And guess what I can do for her?
What's that?
Everything.
You see that
including
bragging
give
part?
up my life.
You see that bragging part? It pains them.
Yeah.
It pains these women that another woman has access to this. I give her everything. You know how many women would tell their girlfriends, their women will tell her female friends to dump that current boyfriend, dump that current man, but at the back,
all this sexual liberation they are preaching. So by the time you preach sexual liberation, you now get married. The women who have gotten the message you preached are coming for your husband. Yes. Oh, you think as you marry, they don't stop? You already indoctrinated them. So now they are coming for anyone, including your husband.
There are a lot of guys who tell me that women were coming to them more when the women knew that they were married.
Yeah, I get more approach than when I was single.
Fuck.
Yeah, I've asked one or two that question. Like, even one that I've known for the longest, even from when I was single, and I asked her, wait, why do you find me more attractive now versus when I was single? She said, because now you understand responsibility and I know you can take care of me.
Wow.
There you go.
So
Women, that's why I like to say, they don't have problem with cheating. When you hear women say, I can't, if he cheats on me, I'm out. Fuck up, just shut up. You don't have a problem with cheating. You just have a problem when it doesn't benefit you.
Also, one thing I think I said there is, I think I've said in my head before, is women don't have a problem with cheating. They have a problem with either being the first person, the first woman in the picture, that's in the first woman who's
or the last option.
Or the last option, or the man was not worth it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay.
Because the same women that say they will tolerate cheating, Dangote will marry them now as the fifth wife and still go and be knocking younger women and they will be in their marriage. You get it? Cheating is not the problem, right? But as long as it benefits them. Yeah, that's why side chicks don't care if you're married. Is that not cheating? It's still cheating, but it benefits them, so they don't give a right ass.
And one, because I have a lot of older guys. One of them said something one day. They said, see this new life people have created. It benefits FA. FA, what's up, how you doing? This new world women have created, it benefits the same men, because back in the days, when a man gets a woman pregnant, even if he's married, they will bundle the woman's things and force in that guy's house. Yeah. But these days,
and then again, back in the day, it was the strongest of men that had the leverage. Now anybody has access to pussy, because these women hand it out like cookie at Halloween. It's everywhere. Pussy, they no longer have dignity. Pussy, if you go down the street now, there's 5 girls that are willing to have sex with you now. It didn't used to be so. Women used to be very cautious of their body. The strongest of men were the only ones that had leverage. Women used to pick based on, you see how women in this day pick based on who get money pass. Mm-hmm. Back in the day, women used to pick based on, can he hunt well? Can he protect the family? Is he strong enough? They pick the strongest of men.
Is he capable?
Is he capable? Now they pick just anybody. They can even, a woman can even sleep with Bobrisky now. That's how bad it is.
No, Bobrisky still has his things intact now.
He still has his genitalia now.
Yeah, the one from factory.
A woman will still knock Bobrisky even though he identifies as a woman. That's my point. They've lost it somewhere down the line.
Oh boy, a lot. Women are going through a lot.
But we love them. You see, we love them. So the beauty of this whole thing that we're talking about is that at the very core, we want women to just be better. Because we love them. I want to be with a woman. I don't want to be alone, right? I want to be with my wife.
Then this statement of marriage benefits the men. What do you think about that statement?
So there's benefit on both sides. I get.
Later, after you have convinced them, you now say marriage benefits the men more.
So the argument I normally get is what are the benefits of marriage to men? Ideally, I would sit here and say none. Mm-hmm. Realistically, based on data, men have tendencies of living a longer life when married. And data has shown that men who are married have longer lifespan.
Although, okay.
It's arguable, but...
No, I mean, if you look at the nuances, there's a reason for that. Yeah. When men are married, they tend to take less risks.
Yeah.
And do less dumb stuff.
Exactly. So... exactly. Those are factors, and the fact that you have a supportive wife, you're not high blood pressure. No one kill you.
Yeah, and again, when you're making a choice, you're considering somebody else.
Yeah.
As a guy now, if you're single, if you just wake up, say, I want to do something, and that something may be what ends your life.
Yeah, you may be reckless.
Yeah, but you think it twice. You think through your choices so many times. If your mom and sisters tolerate cheating, speak for them or something like that.
I mean, leave her, no worry. She dey talk out of one mouth.
Do you know her before?
I know for she's
Fa.
my girl.
Yeah.
But the thing is, leave her. She just in reality, she will sit her ass there and tolerate a cheating man as long as she's getting everything.
I think Fa is single.
To the brim.
To the brim.
Single to the brim.
Oh boy. Fa, why are you still single now?
I'm taking a shade on Fa.
No, I've
So
met her
Fa
before.
is and she's a good woman, right?
She sound.
It's just that she holds some position. I just look at her like,
One day she joined my life, and then after joining my life, on my life platform, no matter who you are, we respect you, right? And she went back to the COVID. I was saying shit.
no, she's respectful.
Yeah, she was respecting my life, but
Compared to the
disrespectful about-
other people I've been on panels with, Fa is by far a very respectful lady, and I respect her for that. I don't agree with some of her positions, but I will conveniently be on a panel with Fa for 24 hours than any other feminist that I've been on panel with.
I think is it not F.A. she said it's pronounced? I think it's F.A.
Fatima.
Oh, okay, Fatima. Okay, I thought it was F.A. like E.F.E.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
You get she holds some feminist worldview too, but she's
but nothing extreme.
no. She don't get issue. She just tell you, see, I want a good life. I want a guy that can provide for me. Simple. I don't want too much hassle.
So in the end, we can all agree that all these things are based on the men. If the men step up, women will go back to the kitchen.
How do you recognize a guy that steps up if you're saying that you're the same with him? See, let me tell you, when women tell you that men need to step up, it's because they are not seeing that man has already stepped up. But because you feel like you're equal to him, you're expecting more.
Oh,
So
that's why they call it bare minimum.
So is that, see, imagine somebody saying provision is bare minimum. So how else you want to step up from there?
Okay, that makes sense.
So when you start to have appreciation and acknowledgement for the little things, you will see that people are actually putting in effort.
Okay, mad.
Yeah.
So guys, I think this is already 2:50. So I think we've been on for like 3 hours.
Man, bro.
Over like 3 hours. So
I gotta be on my way.
I'll meet after I'll do my way. What's up? So guys, please so guys, at this moment we also like bring the podcast to an end. It's a really nice live interaction, and then one thing I would say is that Stoner has a podcast.
Yeah.
Right now they're like doing a lot of like restructuring, rethinking, and replanning. But it's called the No Filter Podcast. I used to go to hold that same name.
Of course.
Or we not add filter to your stuff.
No filter podcast. It's always gonna be
No
that.
filter. So guys, please his TikTok handle is No Filter, right? No Filter Podcast is also Stoner, right? But why that name? As a father, why would you choose such a name, Stoner?
No, I got it before I became a father.
And you kept that name, Stoner. So
My kids liked it. My wife has no problem with it. My wife imitated the name on her Instagram page.
Stoner's wife.
No, Ella Stoner.
Guys, they're saying that if your wife is into you or your girl is into you, she will begin to do things that you like.
That's how you know a woman that loves you. Like I said.
I think we did not touch how to know if a woman loves you or not.
See, when I tell them things on panel about my wife, they think this guy, it may not be so at home. Everything about my wife reflects that she's into me, she loves me, and she loves the family that we've created together. Simple. If you go to her Instagram page, I am more on her Instagram than she is on my Instagram.
Okay.
You get it? She has no problem with it. She doesn't. It was just last month she heard the word feminism. She can't relate.
So brothers.
I'm lucky to have a woman like that.
No. Yes, by the grace. You fasted, you prayed. But one other thing I think I heard today was that was not how it turned out at first.
No, it wasn't so at first.
Which is very important for guys to know that. Fine. That's not how that may not be your story now.
Yeah.
But
it wasn't the story before.
Yeah.
But it is the story now.
Now.
Right? It was a rocky beginning, a rocky start, a shaky one. But like I said earlier, a woman that sees potentials, that trusts your vision, would naturally align herself with that vision. She saw potential. See, let me tell you, when I met my wife, I didn't have 1,000 naira in my bank account.
1,000.
I didn't have it.
But
I
she
didn't.
agreed to marry, and then things
I
are still
squatted with
okay.
her.
You were in with her, or you?
I
Were,
squatted with her. you don't even understand. But now she has a beautiful life. I get, see what I pack outside.
don't worry, guys, don't worry. See,
So again, the point is, it's only a woman that trusts the
now my go
process.
soon spoil. Just watch Olodo's uprising pioneers. So Olodo uprising.
That person, they go see that in do movie or skits.
I swear. Olodo. So yeah, to be very, very frank, that statement of how to love a woman, I think that could, if we're going to have another episode, I think that should be it, because a lot of masculinity is more about get more money, become this, do this. Yeah, become that, right? A high value man. So what's next? If you bring a woman into your life, can you keep her in check? Can you?
You
love
can be
her?
masculine without having money. So like I said, when I met my wife, I didn't have money.
So just
But
hold
she
on.
still respected my decisions.
Yeah.
So like I said, when I met my wife, I
You
didn't have
money.
But she still let me make decisions. I was squatting with her, but she still let me make decisions in her own house. You get it? She was a chef at the time. She will cook. She will make sure I'm comfortable and I eat. Not for once, even when we had issues, not for once did she ever open her mouth to say, you are the feed. You get it?
So at that moment, what do you think she saw in you?
Potentials. I was hungry to be successful.
A lot of guys don't understand that. Oh, you don't have the money now, which is factual. Which maybe you get, for example,
Yeah.
I don't have the money now, but a woman will still stick for potential. But regardless, you still have to become something.
Yeah.
So people say, oh, women. No, I always say women are gold diggers, right? But women know the ground now to dig for later in the future. Some women dig for gold shallowly, or the guy's already rich, let's go and dig the gold. But there are women who know where to get the mine.
Some women dig for the gold. Other women dig for the values that will preserve the gold when they find it.
Bars. Tum. Bangers. All right.
Because let me expatiate on that. If you have the gold, you got to preserve it.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have the preservations, you may lose it. One of the preservation might be security.
Mm-hmm.
You go carry gold, put them on top of your car, go sleep. Leave them there. You'll steal it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have a gold and you have safe box in your house, you preserve it properly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some women see the security. Other women see just the gold.
Okay.
That's what my wife saw.
I think like I said, we're going to have another episode which is more about. So guys, please follow Stoner on TikTok, No Filter Podcast. Please wait for his podcast to come on. But we're going to have another one that says how to love a woman. Because to be very, very frank, I think there are a lot of new things I heard here that I've not heard even when I'm talking to guys and the rest. But
Yeah.
it's a lot. So
Sometimes
please,
it's the little things you do. So I hear you. We're going to talk about it on the next session. I just want to give you a disclaimer. Sometimes it could be the little things. Like the way I've spoken about my wife here in public shows how much I respect and value
100%.
her. It could be those little things.
You know, women of today have this idea that masculine men just shit on women. It's like,
No,
go and do
no,
this,
no,
go
no.
and do that. If
My
you
wife
don't-
has a mind of her own. She makes her decisions. It's just she respects mine when I make it.
Because she believes that yours hasn't thought through. Yours has an interest
Yeah.
at heart. But with this women will be like, these women here be like, no. A typical example now is my okay. Shall I be rage baiting here? Okay, my uncle came back from the US with his wife and his kids. He was just taking at the environment and said, I think I want my kids from the US. I think I want my kids to stay here longer than me and my wife. We'll leave them. We'll come back. And his sisters were like, they looked at the wife and was like, do you agree with that? And the wife was like, what was that?
Yeah.
Oh, look at what your husband said. He's like, oh, if he says it, all we have to do is look for how we can make it work.
There you go. Submissive.
And at that moment, it made me, what she said was that if he said it, he must have given it serious thought. And that's what I think every guy needs to be.
And she trusts the husband's leadership.
So this feminist think, he just said that one day and just said, I want to test her. I want to prove a point. My children, they gotta stay here.
So for another good example is, my wife doesn't necessarily agree with all my messages. Right? Sometimes she challenges them. She says, why you sound too harsh, this, that, this position and all that. Right? She doesn't necessarily agree with all. But if I'm going for a podcast or something, she would never stop me. Because she trusts that I'm not going to come out here and embarrass the family. I'm not going to come out here and cry and say, you get, like some other guys go on podcasts to do. Do you get it? So she's proud of the fact that she can yield cooperatively to a man that knows how to lead.
What do you think about men crying?
That's a topic for another day.
All right. So just briefly, just like bam. This is what men that cry. Bam. Okay, you know what? Let us do like quick rapid for like 5 minutes. Rapid.
Okay.
What do you think about men that cry?
So it's okay to cry.
Okay to cry. All right.
Crying makes you vulnerable. Comes from an emotional place, and we can't deny that men don't have emotions. We do.
We do. Okay.
It's just that oftentimes when we're making decisions, we make them first from a logical place before the emotional place. So I would say that before you cry in public, ask yourself certain questions. Would my crying bring results?
Okay.
1, what does it make me look like? How does it show me in the eyes of the public? Right? And the last question you're going to ask is, after crying, do I feel better about the situation? If these 3 questions, you can't sincerely answer them and say it won't change anything, right? If it would change anything, do your thing. If it won't change anything, stop.
Okay. All right. So I think you've already answered about the vulnerability, or no, she may be vulnerable. Answer that. May be vulnerable.
It depends in certain areas. Some areas I'm vulnerable to my wife.
Okay. What do you think about men's mental health?
Important. You need to pay attention to your mental health. A man should prioritize his well-being first before his relationship.
Okay. What do you think about the male loneliness epidemic?
Are men really lonely? Men are clapping cheeks.
So now let me just pause a bit. I was watching a video today and the guy made a statement. The guy said, society these days are so afraid of women because women are bullies. Now, instead of telling women to change, they would want to make men change. So they begin to create narratives like, oh, men's mental health. Okay, male loneliness epidemic. Men are the bad ones. Men are the bad guys. But if that was the case, why was it not happening 100 years ago? Why is it so suddenly a thing that's happening now?
They will say that because in this era they now have the voice. They now have modern day technology to be able to vocalize what they are going through. But even with that, my question to them is, why haven't I seen one granny that just sits in her house and the daughter sets microphone and so tell them how you guys were oppressed back in the day? I mean, it's the era of internet. The granny don't even need to walk or go anywhere. She can stay in the comfort of her home and do it. The way we have a pandemic of modern feminists coming out to say women were oppressed back in the day, we should also see a pandemic of grannies, those women back in the day, speaking on microphones saying, yes, we were oppressed. But why are we not saying that?
They say they're still afraid to speak.
Afraid.
All right, so I think
grannies are on TikTok doing tap, tap, tap. You are saying they're afraid to speak. I've seen one grandma on TikTok doing tap, 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 like, share. They're on TikTok streaming, making money.
That's true. I think next topic is going to be on the topic of love, because I want to make a statement from the standpoint of evolution psychology, so evolution, right? So women have men they desire.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Hypergamy.
Most of the time. And they have men that they mostly settle for. So I have a theory that women assume that, okay, you know what? If I have this money, I don't need this man anymore. I can upgrade to the guys at the top. But the reality is that they keep shifting, the goalposts keep shifting.
And when they get to the top, they want more.
When they get to the top, they want more.
Until they become miserable. So there's this analogy here. I don't know if you heard it.
The 0th floor, the 1st floor, the 6th floor.
That's exactly this narrative.
And they cannot go. And
They
that's exactly how it is. So every time women ask for things like a voice, want to be heard, most of the time, it's just that they are trying to do what they're not designed to do.
Yeah. And when they get there, they can't come lower again because they've already
Like, look at this. Okay.
overinflated sense of self-worth that they've given to themselves. They don't want to see themselves coming. That's when you hear women say, "I can't settle for less." What is less? You've already pedestalized yourself to where you don't belong. Now you think below that place you put yourself is less. Meanwhile, that's where you should naturally start out from. So the average guy believes he has to work and knows he doesn't have money when he's broke. The average woman believes she deserves a celebrity.
Okay.
That's the problem. So that's why a broke man knows he's broke, but a broke woman thinks she's with the wrong guy.
Oh, that's a lot, man. Don't worry. So I think that the next one we'll talk about how men should love women.
Yeah.
So this manosphere is no longer going to be about. Would you really bash? We just say the truth.
Some harsh truths, but it's truth regardless.
It's truth regardless. And then the crazy part is that women that say the truth are being called.
There's no way you say truth without offending women. There's no way. There's no truth that cannot offend modern women. Modern women are offended by everything and ashamed of nothing. They are entitled to everything and contributing nothing.
Okay. And they want all the authority without
the responsibility. So they want the 3 A's. That's how I like to put it. They want the authority of a man, they want the accountability of a child, and they want the advantage of a woman. And we all know children have no accountability.
So 3 is they want the authority of a man,
advantage of a woman,
and
accountability of a child. And we all know children have no accountability.
Like 0.
Exactly.
Omo. All right, so I'm still more. Let's run it up because this is supposed to be like around by 2 o'clock.
We're way past the time.
Way past the time. So thank you very much. So guys, please follow him on. I'll drop his links to different social media platforms. But please, when this trailer comes out, post this thing, because
I will. On all my social media platforms, I will. Because I've dropped a lot of bangers, man, and I'm pretty sure if I drop half the banger I dropped today on Honest Bunch, bro, Nigeria will shake.
If Honest Bunch calls you, would you show up?
Huh?
If Honest Bunch calls you, would you show up?
Man, they have to pay me, man. I'm not. Honest Bunch would have to pay me to appear on that. Not that I'm a celebrity, but because of the shit that I have to say, they need it.
They need the attention.
Yeah, there are things that will shake Nigeria, right? They need what's in my brain. They got to pay for it. I not be the guy where they could just invite to make it. I know they find their popularity, one. But if they want to give me that, fine. But if they want this insight, they want somebody who will come hardcore, and you got to pay me for it. So people often say, sometimes the common things I hear, people say, you always want to sound like Gege. I started spitting fire before Gege became a thing.
So one thing, people have to realize that one reason Gege is that he's able to take wisdom, make it and communicate that to the Olodos.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, he does that very well.
So I tell people that I will not speak pidgin on my platform.
Sometimes he goes to the extreme. I must agree.
Okay.
But at the very core of it, his message is legit.
No, it's legit. That's the point. It's true. But he passes the truth to the Olodos. What I mean Olodos is down to even the dumbest person can understand and get his message.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Okay. All right.